And after a big road win at Florida State, the Sooners return to Norman with revenge on their mind. The Missouri Tigers have swagger and feel that they can beat OU because they've done it before, but tonight we'll see if a young quarterback who grew up rooting for Oklahoma can lead the Tigers to victory on the road against the #1 team in the land. Welcome to Norman, and this is the FX Game of the Week brought to you by Russell Athletic. It's Missouri facing the #1 ranked Oklahoma Sooners as conference play begins for these two teams in the Big 12. Hi everybody, I'm Gus Johnson, and welcome to Norman, where we've got a great matchup for you tonight. Last time these two teams played each other, Missouri scored close to 40 points and knocked OU out of their #1 spot. Now the Sooners are still smarting from that loss, and tonight they plan on quieting the trash-talking Tigers, and they'll have to do it without one of their best players. Wide receiver Kenny Stills is out with a head injury. He will not play at all. I'm pleased to be joined by my partner, Charles Davis. And Charles, OU coming off that nice victory on the road last week against Florida State. Offense gets a lot of attention, but defensively, they have players that can knock your lights out.
And they enjoy doing it. And they did just that at Florida State last week. And they welcomed back their All-America linebacker, Travis Lewis, who looked like he hadn't lost a step at all, had 8 tackles, and was all over the field. And he's guiding a youngster in the middle, Tom Ward, who's playing for the departed Austin Box. He is playing awfully well, spirited. These guys love to run and hit.
All right, Missouri with a 2-1 record. Their only loss in overtime thriller at Arizona State. But that served as a breakout performance for James Franklin, their quarterback. This kid is talented.
He won the job in the spring. He cemented it against Arizona State. 403 total yards. He has the team firmly on his side. His best assets, his legs, and his poise. But today, he'll need to use his arms to push Oklahoma back with second and third level throws to create some running space underneath.
So some great matchups in this game this evening, and that brings us to our sprint Superstar Spotlight.
You said trash-talking Tigers. Jarrell Jackson issued a challenge to the Oklahoma secondary. He'll have to live up to it tonight. And on the other side, Jamel Fleming, the lockdown corner for Oklahoma, did not play as well as normal at Florida State. You know he's been challenged all week by his coaching staff.
So coming up from Norman, we'll find out if the Missouri Tigers still have the magic against an Oklahoma team with one clear objective: punishment. Kevin Frazier, Marcus Allen, studio coming up next. Welcome back to Norman, where moments ago, the consensus #1 team in the nation, the Oklahoma Sooners, took to their home field. Time now to join the third member of our team on the sideline, our sideline analyst and coach, Coach Tim Brewster.
Gus and Charles, Bob Stoops' message this week is let's get back on the field. Let's go to work. We've got to do a much better job of finishing this game. I'm also extremely impressed with that OU doesn't have a pre-snap foul in the first 2 games. This is an extremely focused, a very disciplined football team. On the other side of the field, the Missouri Tigers, Gary Pinkel, it's all about confidence. It's all about swagger. Defensively, they're going to have to play big. They're going to have to play fast. The substitution pattern has got to be outstanding. But most importantly, young sophomore James Franklin is going to have to play big. He's got to be a great decision maker. No turnovers, and he's got to have 6 to 7 explosive plays for Missouri to have a chance to win, guys.
All right, Coach. James Franklin, his father played here at Oklahoma, also went on to the NFL. He grew up a Sooners fan, but now he's taken on the team he grew up rooting for. The temperature 87 degrees, but it's a cool 87 as we get ready to start this one. Oklahoma won the toss. They will receive the football. Head coach Gary Pinkel in his 11th season. They were 10-3 last year, and the Tigers are coming off a 69-0 win over Western Illinois, a game in which they had a chance to get both sides of the football sharp. Meanwhile, Bob Stoops, the head coach here at OU, won the national championship in 2000. His team coming off that 23-13 win at Florida State. But tonight, he'll be without one of his best players. Kenny Stills will not play, head injury that he suffered last week in Tallahassee. So he'll sit on the sideline. As we take a look at the series note, Missouri won the last meeting, upsetting number 1 Oklahoma 36-27. So Grant Russell will send it away for Missouri. And back deep, Roy Finch and Brennan Clay. And in the end zone, Brennan Clay takes a knee. So that brings us to our Chick-fil-A starting lineups. And for OU, they rank 19th overall in the nation in total offense.
And Oklahoma wanted to run the football better this year. They're off to a nice start. Lane Johnson at right tackle, developing nicely on the offensive line. And Trey Millard, their fullback slash tight end slash H-back slash wide receiver, gives them great versatility on offense.
Landry Jones, all-time leading passer in Oklahoma history, 18 of 27 last week, 199, a touchdown, 2 picks. First down and 10 at the 20-yard line. Brennan Clay lines up in the backfield, and they throw the bubble screen. Here's Broyles up the sideline, and Ryan Broyles stopped on the play by Kenja Jackson. And here come the fast-paced Sooners. Gain of 7. Second down and 3. Here's a handoff. Clay over the right side, and he is short of the first down. Tackled by Gooden.
Third and short here. Let's find out where Millard lines up. He lined it up on the wing that time.
Clay again, and he may not get that first down. It'll be close.
If he got it, Gus, it was the second effort and the spin at the end of the play by Clay that got him close to the first down. He was stopped well short of it.
And Oklahoma normally using 3 running backs. Brennan Clay, Dominique Whaley, as well as Roy Finch. Expect to see more Roy Finch tonight.
And Oklahoma's going to punt it away. Fourth and short, deep in their own territory. Bob Stoops not happy they didn't pick it up, but he doesn't want to compound things by not getting it on 4th down and turning the ball over to Missouri deep in their own territory.
TJ Moe back deep for Missouri as Tress Way stands at his 15-yard line. Left-footed punter and a flag on the play. Tom Walker, your referee this evening.
Ball start. Offense, number 7. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
And that is the first false start penalty against Oklahoma this season.
Coach Brewster framed it up in the open when he talked about how impressed he was with Oklahoma in the first 2 ball games where they hadn't had a pre-snap penalty during that time. They were pleased with their discipline. They pick it up in the kicking game early tonight.
So on 4th and 6, Tress Way backed up to the 11-yard line, and the left-footed punter kicks this one low. TJ Moe will get away from the football, and it will be downed inside the Missouri 25. All right, the Chick-fil-A starting lineup for this Missouri Tiger football team. On offense, they rank 12th overall in the nation, 10th rushing, 42nd passing.
The Oklahoma defensive front is active and physical. Missouri happy to have Travis Ruth back starting at center after an injury. And outside, Michael Agnew, the tight end, is an All-American, but TJ Moe is their answer to Wes Welker at slot back.
First down and 10 at the 24-yard line. Low snap. That's been happening a lot with Mizzou. Franklin rolling out of the pocket with time. He fires at TJ Moe with the reception at the 30-yard line. Buying time, Aaron Colvin with the tackle for Oklahoma.
And right away, we get a look at the skills of James Franklin, buying extra time, moving outside the pocket to create an opening for his receiver.
Gaining 7 on the play, second down and 3 at the 31. Henry Josey in the backfield. They give it to him running around the left side with room. Josey cuts it up. Josey with running room, and Henry Josey, the little guy from Angleton, Texas, gets to the 46-yard line. He picks up 15, and this young man has been playing great football first couple of games of the year.
Normally Missouri rotates 2 or 3 running backs. He has to carry the load due to injuries, and he's carrying it quite well early in the season.
First down and 10 to the 45. Josey lining up in the backfield with Franklin. Look at Franklin, folks. He has unbelievable poise and composure in the pocket. Fakes the handoff, rolls out, looking for Mo. He's got a step. Mo over the shoulder, caught inside the Oklahoma 25. Tony Jefferson brings him down, but that's a gain of 31, and Franklin's got it cracking to start this game.
There's TJ Moe, top target in the slot, runs a nice corner route, beating Tony Jefferson before Javon Harris can come over the top. Beautiful throw by Franklin.
First down and 10. Franklin hands it off to Josey with running room, cuts it inside and gets another first down. Travis Lewis with the stop.
I know it's early in the game, Gus, but Missouri's game plan is exactly what they needed. Henry Josey last week, 263 yards on 14 carries, 3 touchdowns. But so far early in the game, the running game is carrying them, and they're able to get a second-level throw right off the bat with James Franklin.
First down and 10 at the Oklahoma 13.
Timeout.
And a timeout called by Mizzou. And we'll take a timeout. Missouri taking it right at Oklahoma on their opening drive. Tigers knocking on the door. Fox College Football is presented by Russell Athletic, who reminds you that together we are. And brought to you in part by Touch of Gray. Gets rid of some gray, never all. And by fresh, creamy Hass avocados. Nothing else will do. First down and 10 to the 13 for James Franklin.
16 of 18 in the first quarter of games thus far this year. 2 of 2 tonight for 39 yards.
Also, Josey has rushed for 24 yards on this opening drive from the 13. Fresh set of downs. Franklin, another low snap, straight ahead. Josey breaks to the corner, stiff arm dives. The loose ball. Touchdown, Missouri. And just like that, the Tigers march it right down the field and smack Oklahoma right in the mouth.
Look at the left side of the line in the pit, which creates the cutback lane for Josey. Look at that. Excellent job. Ruth in the middle, number 53, holds his block. Josey finds a gaping hole and beats Oklahoma to the end zone for the initial score of the night.
And this play will be reviewed. But how about this little kid, Josey?
And here he is going to the end zone. There's a knee down before the ball gets to the goal line. Now, if they say he crossed the plane, that's a touchdown. He crossed it with the football, and they recovered it in the end zone. But if they're saying the knee is down before he got there, that ball may be spotted short of the goal line. I'm thinking it's the latter. I saw the knee down before he got to the goal line.
All right, Josey leads the Big 12 and is number 6 in the nation with 133.3 yards a game. As we take one more look.
Now take a look here, and let's see where the knee is. As he goes down, knee bounce, he hasn't gotten to the goal line yet. Now he's going across the goal line. That ball's got to be spotted short of the goal line for Missouri. It should be a short yardage play coming up. See right there, see it? Knees down, ball has not gotten to the goal line yet.
And I know Gary Pinkel has to be livid about the way his centers have been snapping the football to James Franklin.
It's so simple right now for Missouri. You talked about swagger coming into the game, Gus. Missouri came into this ball game with no fear whatsoever, and the offensive line is punching the defensive front of Oklahoma right now. Henry Josey's getting it done. The snaps you talked about, very difficult because James Franklin thought getting Travis Ruth back was going to correct that, because before he had Jason Palmgren, who was a guard playing center. He said he trusted Travis Ruth to get him the snaps. We're seeing a little bit of rust early from the veteran center.
Saw it last week against Western Illinois. Saw it the week before against Arizona State. Missouri with some snapping problems as we take one more look at Henry Josey.
Now, Gus, the one dispute will be what? All right, there's the knee. It's down, okay? But does he have control of the football going in? If they determine he does, he'll be stopped short. They'll place it short of the goal line. If not, is that a fumble and a touchdown because because Wes Kemp has now recovered it for Missouri?
Here's a kid that started the year third on the depth chart at running back, but because of numerous injuries, he got an opportunity to play.
Devon Moore.
After further review, the runner was down prior to the goal line. It'll be first and goal, Missouri. Please reset the clock, 12-14. 12, run 4.
You talked about the injuries, Gus. Devon Moore out. Kendall Lawrence out. He may be back in a couple of weeks. And Henry Josie's roommate, Marcus Murphy, out for the season with a shoulder injury.
So that brings up first down and goal at the 1-yard line for James Franklin and this Missouri offense.
And it looks like they're going to go heavy with the linemen. And look who's in the game in the backfield position. They've got a couple of tight blockers. They look like they want to run a power set here. See them right there?
Josie, the deep man. And OU jumping offside.
Offside, defense, number 28. After this is the goal, still first down.
Missouri's gone with two big linemen in the backfield. Number 68, Justin Britt, normally their starting left tackle. And number 65, Mitch Morris, the backup center. There they are there. Go ahead and run this thing tight. If you're going to hand it inside, give it to Josie.
And quarterback sneak. Can Franklin get in? Doesn't look like it. On first down.
See, if I'm going with a tight formation like that, I want to gain some momentum for this guy, not my quarterback sneaking it there. Although they had the chance, Oklahoma closed very well and didn't let him into the end zone. But if I go tight with two big guys like that, I want to hand it to my tailback and let him get a little bit of momentum attacking the line of scrimmage. Now they brought in their fullback, Jared Culver, coming into the game as the lead guy.
Second down and goal at the 1. Culver, Josie, another quarterback sneak, touchdown, Mizzou. The Missouri Tigers scoring on their opening drive here in Norman to take a 6-0 lead.
Again, another tight formation, fullback in, but watch these guys up front and the push they get against the Oklahoma defensive front. That was fairly easy for a quarterback sneak for James Franklin. He was in the end zone before he got touched.
Grant Russell comes in to attempt the extra point. Up and good. Missouri going on a 7-play, 76-yard drive. They score in a little over 2 minutes. James Franklin is off to a good start. All right, the great views from just above the field are from our Chase Sapphire Action Cam. Time now to join our Kevin Frazier in the studio. Well, we will join Kevin after the kick for a game break. James Franklin on the phone. What a great start to this game. 7 plays, 76 yards.
You think he's on the phone talking to Kevin and Marcus, telling them about how that first drive went? Get them ready for when we get to the studio? Gus, you nailed it about that kid right at the top, though. Unflappable, the poise beyond belief. I had a chance to talk to him before kickoff tonight. What an amazing young man.
And for Bob Stoops and the Oklahoma Sooners, this is the first time Oklahoma has trailed this year. Grant Russell will send it away. Roy Finch, Brennan Clay back deep for the Sooners. And they'll bring it out of the end zone. This is Finch. Stops. Finch. And he's bottled up and taken down at the 12, maybe the 13-yard line. Kerwin Stricker with the tackle on special teams. Now let's go to Kevin Frazier for a game break.
Gus, let's check in on two great quarterbacks. Let's start with Boise State's Kellen Moore, 26 yards to Tyler Shoemaker for the touchdown there, and then also Robert Griffin III. You don't know about him? Then let me blow your mind. On the season, he has 12 incompleted passes and 12 touchdowns. The kid is a monster.
All right, Kevin, Robert Griffin with that huge game against TCU. Everybody's talking about his play in Waco this season. First down and 10 of the 13, Jones. That one deflected. And batted down by Landry Jones. So OU 3 and out on their first drive. Looks like Jacquez Smith got a hand on that football.
The defensive ends for Missouri are relentless in their pressure package, and both of them are excellent. Jacquez Smith and Brad Madison, who wears number 57.
Smith returning after missing the first 2 games with an elbow injury. Second down and 10. At the 13-yard line, Whaley in the backfield. Here's Jones, fires to the far side, caught by Broyles, and he goes out of bounds. Nice-looking tackle by Kip Edwards. For Ryan Broyles, though, the Biletnikoff Award finalist a year ago, one of the best receivers in the nation.
And have to shoulder a little bit more of the load tonight with Kenny Stills not in the lineup, and a few guys who have to prove themselves needing to step up for Oklahoma at the wide receiver position.
Broyles 7 catches last week, 55 yards versus Florida State. He's caught a pass now in 42 consecutive games. Third down 5 at the 18. Jones rolling out of the pocket, in trouble. He throws to the sideline, incomplete, and a flag on the play. DeJuan Miller, the intended receiver, and that will be pass interference against Mizzou.
Looked like Trey Hobson, number 21, had terrific position. He was a little over-exuberant.
Defense, number 21. First down, spot of the foul. First down.
He was right on the spot, had terrific coverage, got a little over-aggressive near the end of the play, trying to get through the receiver. The flag came out.
So that brings up first down and 10 at the 25. Dominique Whaley, the walk-on, in the backfield. He's a between the tackles type runner. Whaley runs outside. Whaley still running. And Whaley tripped up at the 42. He pops it big. Kenja Jackson with the saving tackle. That's a gain of 30.
And exactly what Oklahoma needed, because they're going to go fast now. Look at how they created the crease on the right side of the line. Now they'll go even faster after a big play.
Landry Jones firing, picked off. Wow. Kenja Jackson makes the saving tackle on the last run, and now he snatches one out of the air, and Missouri has it once again.
Well played by Kenja Jackson, coming from the far side of the safety position. Landry Jones never saw him, thought he had someone deep in the hole downfield, and Jackson intercepts it.
So Landry Jones throwing 2 interceptions last week at Florida State, throws one right now in the first quarter. And the Missouri Tigers making plays early with the lead, and the football 7-zip.
Missouri with plenty of momentum. Kenja Jackson shows it looks like he's got half field coverage this way. Instead, he rolls to the middle and makes it a 3-deep zone that Landry Jones does not pick up. And instead of thinking he has a guy wide open on the backside, the safety, Kenja Jackson, had rolled right into the coverage and took away the deep ball and turned it into an interception for Missouri. No Ryan Broyles, Gus. No Trey Franks, who's suspended for at least a couple of games. Missouri's coverage can now roll to Ryan Broyles in a big way. Who will step up for Oklahoma at the wide receiver position?
Meaning no Kenny Stills and Trey Franks. First down and 10 now for the Tigers at the 19-yard line, and a whistle. And this is a false start called against Mizzou.
False start. Offense, number 68. 5-yard penalty. Still first down.
Penalties have plagued this Missouri team at Arizona State, and they were penalized a little bit too much last week against Western Illinois.
For Gary Pinkel's time frame at Missouri, they went about a 9-year period, averaging less than 5 penalties per game. Very disciplined. This year, nearly 10 penalties per ball game. Very uncharacteristic.
First down and 15 now, the 14. Oklahoma fans starting to get into this, rooting on the defense.
Good field position for the defense if they have the opportunity to step up now and try and get some equilibrium back.
And here's James Franklin running the football, and he doesn't go very far. Franklin is a runner. His father, as we mentioned, Willie, played here at Oklahoma. Frank Alexander, first man to him. And Frank Alexander, by the way, for OU, is off to a great start to this season.
Had an injured ankle last year. Gus couldn't play up to his capabilities. Fully healthy, he's been a terror in the early going.
Second down and 16 at the 13-yard line. Franklin underneath, and it's caught. Jackson on a slant gets all the way up to the 25-yard line, and he's stopped by Jamel Fleming, the senior from Arlington, Texas. And on 2nd and 16, it's a gain of 11.
And the Sooners tried to heat things up a little bit. Actually brought the safety, Javon Harris, on a blitz towards James Franklin. Handled it coolly and delivered the pass.
3rd down 5 at the 24. They need to go to the 29 for a first down. Remember, Franklin has great legs if he can get outside the pocket. Here's the play fake. Rolling, he fires, incomplete. Great pressure by the Oklahoma defense. Leading away for OU, David King.
It's a very active player. He rotates into the defensive end position in their nickel package, and he did exactly what they asked him to do. Put the pressure on James Franklin, make him get rid of the football before he's ready, and Oklahoma forces a punt and tries to get themselves, and that should get them settled a little bit now, Gus. They've been on their heels this whole ball game.
So Trey Barrow last week punted just once for 37 yards against Western Illinois, and the dangerous Ryan Broyles back deep. And intentional grounding has now been called against Missouri.
Even though the quarterback was outside of the pocket. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
He's outside the pocket. You're supposed to be able to ground the ball anywhere, but the ball's got to get back to at least the line of scrimmage area. Otherwise, they're going to call you for grounding. See, he's outside that tackle box area, throws the football, but it doesn't get near the line of scrimmage. Intentional grounding against Missouri hurts the field position for them. And boy, Ryan Broyles back. If you're Oklahoma, you're thinking great field position to start the next drive.
So Barrow about 2.5 yards deep in his own end zone. Broyles creeps up to the 34. And he gets it away, wobbly kick. Broyles fields it at the 39, gets outside with the crease, and is downed at the 49. A 48-yard punt, a 10-yard return. So Landry Jones, as Kenji Jackson comes up with the tackle on special teams. Landry Jones and the Oklahoma offense will get a chance to play with a short field.
And the momentum now is blunted a little bit. You know, he came into this game, a lot of people said Missouri had a puncher's chance. Well, they were doing all the punching early. Oklahoma now out near midfield. Got to stop on defense. They have an opportunity to do a little bit of punching themselves on offense.
1st down and 10 at the 48-yard line. Jazz Reynolds lines up as a receiver at the top of your screen. Brennan Clay in the backfield. Here's a handoff, Clay straight ahead with a lot of room, and Brennan Clay, a young man from San Diego, California, gets to the 46 before being brought down by Dominique Hamilton, and it's a gain of 6.
You saw Landry Jones appearing to check off on that play. I think that was a box count move by him, meaning he checked the count in the box. He thought it was favorable for a running play, got out of the pass play and handed it off inside.
2nd down and 5. Landry Jones underneath. Nice throw. Great catch. DeJuan Miller, the senior from Metuchen, New Jersey, makes the grab. And that's an 8-yard pickup. 1st down at the 39.
He had an excellent fall camp, playing to the size of his body now, big frame.
Brennan Clay around the corner, breaks a tackle, dives forward, gets to the 31, but a flag is all the way back at the 44 as Matt White made the tackle.
Personal foul, face mask, defense, number 83. 15-yard penalty, automatic 1st down.
I think he said 83. I would think he said there might have been 93 on that play. For Missouri catching the face mask, that would be Terrell Rosano. Take a look to the right side of your screen. There's Rosano right there, clutching the mask of Clay before Clay goes downfield.
So after going 3 and out on their opening drive, and Landry Jones throwing an interception on their 2nd drive, Oklahoma now 1st down and 10 at the Missouri 16-yard line. Landry Jones with time over the middle, and it's caught. Miller, and DeJuan Miller gets inside the Mizzou 10-yard line.
Because of the suspension of Trey Franks, because of the injury to Kenny Stills, we asked the question, Gus, who steps up at wide receiver for Oklahoma? Dewan Miller in the early going.
Ready to play, quick snap. He'll be lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage. Terrific looking tackle by Sheldon Richardson, and Luke Lambert in as well.
Look at the red zone woes of Oklahoma. Now you have to take a couple of those out. They had to kneel down at the end of the game, but still, only 6 touchdowns. Not what Oklahoma's looking for. I don't think this is a rundown at all. Landry Jones is going to throw it in this situation.
3rd down and 3 at the 9. Jones out of the gun, looking in the end zone. Incomplete. Intended for Ryan Broyles. Terrific defense by E.J. Gaines. And that'll force Oklahoma to attempt a field goal.
And Gaines, they believe, is their best cover corner. Had a tough time at Arizona State, but what he did was occupy Ryan Broyles enough that he could not get 2 hands up to try and haul this one in. He had the inside arm pinned. So if he makes that catch, that means he's got to go out with 1 hand and cradle it back in. Excellent coverage by E.J. Gaines.
So into the game to attempt the field goal is Michael Honeycutt, 1 for 1 this year. Made a 27-yarder in the 4th quarter versus Tulsa. Also kicked a PAT late in the game from 26 yards away. It's up and good. Looks like Honeycutt may supplant Jimmy Stevens, the senior, as he makes his first field goal of the night. Bob Stoops said he wanted to get him some easy kicks to get his confidence going.
And what's amazing is that Jimmy Stevens, we're talking about a guy going to the bench this year, Gus. Jimmy Stevens, who did not kick tonight to start, 4 for 4 in the year in field goals.
All right, let's join Coach Brewster. Interesting momentum in this game, Coach.
Gus, what the Sooners want to do is they've got to get the crowd involved in this game. This crowd is sitting ready to explode. You can feel the momentum shift. Again, right there, there's a problem. You got to score touchdowns in the red zone.
The good thing for them, though, is I think that they're kind of getting back on their feet a little bit. Missouri was punching hard early and doing a great job taking it to Oklahoma. They were a little unsettled. The defensive stop, getting a field goal, helps them get a little bit of traction back. Missouri's now back in a game.
And that's a sore sight for Oklahoma fans. Kenny Stills, moments before the game, we found out that Kenny would not be playing because of a head injury he suffered last week at Florida State. Had 125 yards receiving in that game, and he is an electric football player.
Does not mind catching the football and absorbing hits either. He made some catches in that ball game that helped turn the momentum.
T.J. Moe back deep for Missouri. And Moe starts from the 5-yard line. And Moe up to the 24 before being brought down by Millard. Now let's go to Kevin Frazier in the studio for Game Break.
Gus, note to everyone in the SEC, Jared Lee is finding his groove. LSU in Morgantown. Lee to Ruben Randall. It's 7-0 in that game. Meanwhile, who's the top rusher in the Big Ten? It's Nebraska's Taylor Martinez. They're rolling at Wyoming. But next week, they go to Camp Randall. What happens there, Charles?
Oh, that's going to be a physical battle. They can't wait for that one. Helmet to helmet, body to body. Lots of great running game in that one. But keep an eye on Russell Wilson, the quarterback of Wisconsin.
1st down and 10 at the 24 now for James Franklin. Franklin steps into his throw, and he's got Moe inside Oklahoma territory. T.J. Moe, a gain of 29. And I'm telling you, Charles, this James Franklin is a cool customer.
And he got a little help from his friends up front on that one, Gus. They spread Oklahoma out vertically across the field. And then what they did was the offensive line handled the pass rush, gave Franklin plenty of time to find his top target, T.J. Moe.
Franklin 4 of 5, 79 yards so far. Josie in the backfield. They give it to him. Josie cuts it inside. And Henry Josie goes down at the 44-yard line. And he's not a big guy, only 5'10", 190 pounds, but his lack of height may help him with this offense.
Hides him a little bit as he comes vertically, but what I like about him so far, Gus, the vision and the acceleration when he makes a cut, puts a foot in the ground, is definite about it, and gets into the hole.
2nd down and 8 at the 45. Empty backfield for Franklin. Here's James Franklin over the middle, and it's caught! sprinting over the end zone. Washington, touchdown Mizzou, 45 yards. LaDainian Washington, the sophomore from Shreveport, Louisiana.
This play, okay, was scheme and execution. Watch Washington just coming a crossing route. There's no one in the hole. No one in the middle of the field for Oklahoma. Because of Missouri's offensive scheme, with the formation, they took the safety out of the middle and executed.
So the Tigers showing an ability to score quickly as they march it down the field. 3 plays, 76 yards in 1 minute and 2 seconds. Their first touchdown, they scored it in a little over 2 minutes.
Okay, so watch, you're gonna get motion here, and it's gonna pull the Oklahoma people. Now watch, when the motion ends, this whole area becomes empty. All right, and when it becomes empty, now you've got the wide receiver cutting to the middle, a delayed blitz by the safety. The coverage is one-on-one, and that just means what? Nothing but green grass after a nice throw by Franklin to hit Washington, and off he goes.
And you get the feeling that this Missouri team, in the loss to Arizona State offensively, a lot of speed on the field, and they matched up well with it.
Matched up very well and actually gained confidence in that game because they were down big in the 4th quarter, and the guy that you keep talking about, James Franklin, led them back and gave them an opportunity to actually win in regulation.
Damian Washington with his 8th catch of the season, his 2nd touchdown. Prior to that, his longest reception was for 30 yards. So Missouri will send it away. Finch in play, back deep. And this will be Clay. Crossing the 15. Gets to the 20 where he's racked up, taken down hard. Nice looking special teams play by this Missouri squad as Hunt and Kerwin Stricker combine on the tackle.
Gus, the last time Oklahoma trailed by double digits in a game was last year's Big 12 championship game against Nebraska. They were down 17-zip, but they came back and won 23-20. Look for no panic from this Oklahoma offense. I think they're going to want to run the ball a little bit more, but they will not shy away from leaving the ball in Landry Jones's hands as the quarterback. He can use the West Coast style passing game, hit the short ones, and keep the sticks moving.
Dominique Whaley in at running back. Standing next to Landry Jones, here's the motion. They hand it off to Finch. Finch trying to get outside and does. Roy Finch out of bounds inside the 30. Here's the guy that when he was recruited to Oklahoma, they thought he could be a Greg Pruitt. They thought he could be a Joe Washington without the silver shoes.
And what we saw there was exactly that. Pruitt and Washington with a little extra strength. He ran through the initial tackle. That allowed him to get to the corner and turn upfield.
First down and 10 at the 30. The only problem with Finch, he's got to know where to line up. Jones finds Finch. They'll make that Whaley. And Whaley out of bounds at the 41. Dominique Whaley knocked out of bounds by Trey Hobson. And that is a gain of 12 yards.
We're going to see a number of different dimensions tonight from Josh Heupel's offense. Without Stills, without Trey Franks, they're going to lean on other positions. The running backs will catch more passes. The tight end position will come into play, led by James Hanna. And Trey Millard, I think, will get more opportunities out of the backfield, too.
First down and 10 of the 42. Whaley remains in the game. Finch and they give it to Whaley. And Whaley high-stepping through the hole. And he picks up the first down. Kendrick Jackson with the tackle, but how about Dominique Whaley and his ability to run that football for OU?
And he's loving this offensive line, who is loving the fact that they're running the football. Every offensive lineman I've ever met loves to run block more than they love to pass block. They like to fire out and hit people. That's what Oklahoma's doing on this drive as they try to come back against Missouri.
First down at the 47. Low snap. Jones underneath, caught by Broyles. And Broyles will be knocked down at the 41-yard line by Hobson. Ryan Broyles so tough, he is not afraid to go over the middle.
Terrific body control, competes for the football when it's in the air, but notice how Oklahoma using the short passing game right now to try and move the football.
And they dump it off. This time it's Hanna. Hanna running, and James Hanna is upended by Matt White and Kendrick Jackson. But he takes it deep into Mizzou territory, a gain of 17.
See, Gus, they're going to start leaning on other positions now. When you lose in one spot, who's going to step up for you in others? The tight end position, Hanna's there. Austin Haywood, number 89, will get opportunities. And I said Trey Millard at fullback. Look for him out of the backfield from time to time to catch passes too, along with the tailback.
First down and 10 at the 24-yard line. Millard in the backfield. Landry Jones with time going in the corner. Royals! Touchdown OU! Jones to Broyles.
That's the 30th time that they've hooked up for a touchdown in their careers. Remember what we just said about body control and competing for the football? And look what happened. It went through him, it bounced off his pads, and back into his arms. Total concentration by Ryan Broyles.
Did he have control of that football, though?
They're going to probably review it, but watch. Through him, bouncing, he's got it. That's a touchdown.
Previous plays under further review.
He's got it at the end of the play, Gus. He possessed it at the end all the way through.
Well, here's the rule.
Let's see if they say he had it while in bounds. That's going to be the key.
Here's the rule. Possession, 2 feet, and able to make a football move.
See, he catches it. See? He's catching it. He's got a foot down. He's holding it. He's still in bounds. Touchdown, Oklahoma, I believe, is going to be the call.
I don't know. Charles, he looks like he may have been out of bounds.
Watch. Catching the football. Ball's bouncing, going to the ground, but look at the lower part of his body. In bounds. As he goes out of bounds, that's fine. But in bounds, the lower part of his body. I think this will be determined a touchdown for Oklahoma.
But is he in control of it? It looks like it's still bouncing around as he hits.
But at the end of the play, he has finished the completion of the catch through the play. I can't wait to see how it turns out. This is the first time we've had a dispute this year between you and me. I think it's going to be ruled a touchdown.
And I'm going to disagree with you. I don't think he had complete control of that football. Let's bring in our expert from the command center, our rules analyst, Mike Pereira. Mike.
You know, I gotta tell you guys, you gotta look at what was ruled on the field, and it was ruled a touchdown on the field. Now the question is, did he get control of that ball with that right foot still down before his posterior hit out of bounds? You know, to me, I hope we stay in the realm here of only overruling or reversing if you have indisputable visual evidence. If you take a look, try to establish the fact of whether or not he gets control with the feet on the ground, and even though the ball moves around a little bit, does he actually lose possession again? Or does that left hand actually stay on the ball after he hits the ground? You know, to me, it's ruled a touchdown, has to stay as stand.
Mike, it looked like he had possession all the way through, and because it's not going to be indisputable as you described, I don't see how they can overturn this. He was bobbling it around,
I think he lost it on
came in.
Well, here comes the call,
that's
guys.
the whole thing to me.
Further review, the ruling on the field stands. Touchdown.
It's a touchdown. Charles, Mike, you both nailed it. So Ryan Broyles, great body control, touchdown Oklahoma.
And the way he competes for a football and was able to bring that in at the end, that gave them an opportunity to call the football. 30th touchdown connection between Landry Jones and Ryan Broyles. That's the most of any active duo in the country. Number 2, those guys at Oklahoma State, Brandon Weeden and Justin Blackman.
Great game by those two gentlemen at Texas A&M this afternoon to come back and win it for the Cowboys as Honeycutt adds the extra point. Now with 4:07 to go in the first quarter, we've got a 4-point game. Mizzou on top of Oklahoma on the road. James Franklin, Landry Jones developing into a nice quarterback duel early on.
Coach Brew, you're seeing a lot of momentum shifts here, but now to me it goes back to Missouri and their offense, which is playing so well. What do you say to them as the head coach of Missouri right now?
Well, you've got to be very proud of the way James Franklin is playing in this game. He is a very poised young man. He's got to continue to play that way. What they're doing with the cutback runs, guys, they're getting Hosey to get the Sooner defense going one direction and cutting back. I think that's going to work for him as the game continues.
That seems to be, Coach, a use of their speed against them. And how about this total offense right now, guys? It's 151 Missouri, excuse me, 151 Oklahoma, 151 Missouri, 152 Oklahoma in total offense in this young game.
So Patrick O'Hara now coming in to kick off. For OU, TJ Moe is back in. And TJ Moe from the 4. TJ Moe crossing the 20-yard line, stopped on the play by Tony Jefferson. Now let's go to Kevin Frazier for a game break.
Gus, undefeated, number 17, South Florida, taking on UTEP. Victor Mark, his first career rush. And boy, is it one to remember, Marcus Allen.
Look at the block. Right.
Downfield, he gets great blocking and
Here
bam!
from the wide receiver, Kevin.
Who is the best team in Florida? Could it be South Florida, Charles?
It could easily be the way they're playing early this season.
Here's Josie running. And Henry Josie dragged down from behind by David King. So King making his presence felt to begin this football game. And the story of James Franklin, folks, is very interesting as you take a look at his numbers. He beat out Blaine Gabbert's brother, Tyler. Tyler Gabbert transferring. He doesn't know where he's going to college right now. And Franklin running the football. But for Coach Pinkel, looking at how this young man's playing, his ability to run the football, his ability to throw the football may have been a determining factor.
The dual threat guy in this spread offense for Missouri is a must. Remember, they've sent a number of guys to the pros as quarterbacks, one who's starting this weekend in Blaine Gabbert, but all of them had the ability to use their legs to help this offense.
First down and 10 at the 35. Gabbert starting for the Jacksonville Jaguars against Carolina and Cam Newton. Here's the throw and a catch. No, incomplete. Intended for Jackson. Jarrell Jackson, who put up big numbers against OU last year in Columbia. 9 catches, 139 yards, including the go-ahead touchdown in the fourth quarter.
And he was the one who talked a little bit about this ball game, saying that in Oklahoma there was nothing to be afraid of. And on that play, he almost had a catch, but Jamel Fleming came in and knocked it away at the last instant.
Second down and 10 at the 35. And a handoff to Josie with running room again. He's got a first down at midfield. Aaron Colvin with the ankle tackle, but it's a gain of 15.
You know what we're seeing early, Gus, is not just the athletic ability of James Franklin. We're seeing the mind of James Franklin. The reads he's making in the running game. Does he hand it to Josie? Does he pull it back and carry it himself? He's made the proper read on every running play so far tonight for Missouri, and they're moving the ball quite successfully.
Josie, 6 carries, 56 yards, and we're still in the first quarter. Franklin pulls it down, scrambling, and gets rid of it out of bounds. James Franklin, he was recruited by Oklahoma, but not as a quarterback. Also recruited by Nebraska, Oregon, Oklahoma State, TCU, Kansas State, but couldn't play quarterback for this man, Bob Stoops, and he found a great home at Mizzou.
They saw him as an athlete. Missouri saw him as a quarterback right from the beginning, says David Yost, their offensive coordinator.
Second down and 10 at midfield. Jared Culver is checked in the game for Missouri. TJ Moe in motion. He is dangerous. And they give it to him. Makes the first man miss, spins, and will pick up about a yard and a half. TJ Moe, versatile football player, receiving and running the ball. R.J. Washington comes up with the tackle for Oklahoma, a gain of 2. So that makes it third down and 8 at the 48-yard line. Missouri needs to go to the Oklahoma 40 for first down. Trips at the bottom of your screen.
See if Oklahoma decides to go man coverage and bring someone late. That's what they did the last time, and Missouri burned them in the middle.
Agnew in motion. Franklin under pressure, heaves it, and incomplete. Oklahoma bringing pressure, and that'll force the Tigers to punt it away.
This time, Gus, when they brought the pressure, okay, when Oklahoma decided to come now and bring it this way, that meant they were going to zero coverage or man coverage in the secondary. No free safety in the middle, hugged up to every receiver. There's Travis Lewis putting the pressure on Franklin, who does the wise thing and gets rid of the football. Doesn't take the sack, but Oklahoma did a nice job getting the stop.
Trey Barrow punting from the 37. Ryan Broyles back deep. This one popped high in the air and will go out of bounds at around the 18. A 31-yard punt, no return. All right, tomorrow it's a Fox NFL Sunday doubleheader, beginning with the Giants taking on the Eagles or the Detroit Lions battling the Vikings or the Niners and Bengals. Then it's America's Game of the Week as the Packers and Bears renew their rivalry. Falcons and Buccaneers, Cardinals, Seahawks. Coverage begins tomorrow with the Built Ford Tough Fox NFL Sunday pregame show at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Check local listings for the game in your area.
Get some great games tomorrow. A rematch of the NFC Championship game with the Bears and the Packers.
First down and 10 of the 17 for Landry Jones. And Jones firing underneath. Caught. Jazz Reynolds, the sophomore from Houston, who now that Trey Franks has been suspended, gets an opportunity. Kip Edwards makes the tackle.
And that is his first catch of the season. So when they ask you to step up at Oklahoma, they don't want any training wheels. They turn you loose immediately.
Whaley running the football. Tough sledding. He gets close to the first down. Looks like he has it. Dominique Whaley, what an interesting story last week. 21 carries, 71 yards against Florida State. He had 9 carries for 36 in the fourth quarter when Oklahoma played keep away from the Seminoles. How about what he did in the season opener against Tulsa? 18 carries, 131, 4 touchdowns for the walk-on non-scholarship player.
And remember how those 9 carries in the fourth quarter against FSU, 6 of them were consecutive.
First down and 10. Whaley again. And he pushes the pile forward and gets to the 30-yard line. Bob Stoops was interested because when we were here and they were playing against Tulsa and he had the 4 touchdowns for 130 yards, we were screaming to give the guy a scholarship. We said that to Bob and he had an interesting response.
He said, no. We have criteria here. If he continues to play like that, sure, we'll do it. But we don't give him after one-game performances. He's going to keep him hungry. And it looks like Dominique Whaley is playing exactly for that scholarship.
Second down and 8 at the 29. Andrew Jones fires to the far side, incomplete. That one thrown a little bit high for Camille Jackson, a talented freshman out of Arlington, Texas.
And right now, Gus, I think that Missouri's giving Oklahoma a little bit of a taste of their own medicine in terms of coverage. I think Oklahoma's got to look for a deep ball somewhere to push this secondary off of them. There's Dave Steckel, the defensive coordinator. He likes to bring pressure and play some man coverage. He's not afraid of that, even against a team as talented as Oklahoma. But I think Oklahoma's got to push him a little bit because the short passing game, Missouri's getting bolder and bolder in coverage.
Third down and 8 at the 29. Landry Jones with time, steps up in the pocket, underneath, he throws a strike. Ryan Broyles slides down at the 40. When in doubt, get it to Broyles, and that's a gain of 29 yards. Kenja Jackson with the tackle again.
And they're going to go fast again. Anytime they have a big or an explosive play, watch Oklahoma hurry to the line of scrimmage to try and capitalize and catch Missouri napping a little bit.
Let's see if OU gets his play off. They will not. And what an explosive first quarter. Missouri 14, Oklahoma 10, but the Sooners threatening as we speak. (14-10) Missouri with the lead as we start the second quarter from Norman. Gus Johnson, along with Charles Davis, over 300 yards of total offense in the first quarter.
Yeah, we're pushing 400, 373. But I feel like right now Missouri's accomplishing exactly what they wanted on offense. Got Oklahoma back on their heels early, but you can feel the defense of Oklahoma tightening now, and the offense of Oklahoma has started to get on track, finding ways to get the ball downfield to Ryan Broyles that they weren't able to do early in the game.
Landry Jones trotting back on the field. Oklahoma with the football as we start this second quarter. First down and 10 at the 42-yard line. Roy Finch is checked into the game in the backfield. They give it to him, and Finch looking for a hole. Nicely done, though, by the Missouri defense as they ride him down at the 41. First man to him, Luke Lambert.
Trey Millard, the fullback, is going all the way to the top of the screen now. He's all the way wide as a wide receiver type as Oklahoma empties out the backfield and forces Missouri to cover all the way to the sideline.
Second down and 9 to the 41. Empty backfield. Jones, quick strike, incomplete. That ball intended for Roy Finch, but he had not turned his head. Hey, Coach, what do you have?
Gus, I talked to Dave Steckel before the game, and he said one of the key points for the Mizzou defense was making sure when Trey Millard's in the game, he's got base personnel in the game. When Trey Millard's out of the game, he's got nickel personnel in the game. Big time key.
Base personnel, nickel personnel. What does that mean?
Base personnel is their standard set with their 4 defensive linemen, 3 linebackers. Nickel personnel, 3 defensive linemen, extra defensive back in the ball game.
Third down 9 at the 41. Jones to the sideline, incomplete. That ball intended for the freshman, Camille Jackson. And the Missouri defense holds up. Remember, they've got Camille Jackson playing wide receiver for OU, a freshman. Jazz Reynolds playing wide receiver for OU, a sophomore. No Kenny Stills, who is one of the most dynamic receivers in the country, along with Trey Franks, who was coming on.
And it was interesting because Bob Stoops said, we'll replace the catches that Trey Franks has given us, but I don't think that he saw that Kenny Stills would be out too. Now the other guys really have to step up.
Mo allows that one to go over his head, and it's downed at the 17-yard line. Start of the second quarter. Here comes James Franklin, and Missouri up by 4. Welcome back to Norman for Bob Stoops, Oklahoma. The Sooners have won 17 in a row against Missouri in Norman. Last time the Tigers won here was 1966 when Dan Devine was the coach of the Missouri Tigers. First down and 10 at the 16-yard line.
Oklahoma playing with what they call their 30 or Okie personnel, their nickel package right now on defense.
And they run it. James Franklin straight ahead.
Gus, Coach was talking about what on the flip side, what Missouri was doing, whether it's base personnel or the nickel package, where they get an extra defensive back into the game. Oklahoma's playing out of the nickel package now because they think this gives them their best 11 players on the field against Missouri's spread offense.
Second down and 7 at the 19. Franklin flushed out of the pocket with a lane. And Franklin cuts it inside, lowers his shoulder. And James Franklin gets to the 25-yard line. That's a 7-yard pickup.
And not only that, Gus, he was getting ready to throw it into an interception zone. Oklahoma had covered the pass to the wide side of the field big time. He saw it, pulled it down, went back to the short side, and put them in 3rd and short.
So 3rd down and 1 at the 25-yard line. Josie, the deep man, along with Jared Culver. Oh. And their tight end moves.
Ball start. Offense, number 89. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
And that,
Matt Hoke, who they had moved over to defensive end for a while, but they brought him back in for blocking purposes on 3rd and short. Now he turns it into a 3rd and 6 play. Which in a strange way, Gus, just puts the ball back in the hands of James Franklin, which might be a little more comfortable for Missouri.
Sooner fans making it awfully uncomfortable for the Tigers. And now a timeout has been called by Oklahoma.
First charge of the half.
And their first charge timeout. So coming up, a 3rd and 6 for Mizzou. Fox College Football is brought to you by Dr. Pepper. Dr. Pepper is giving away over $1 million in tuition. Go to drpepper.com for details. And by Chrysler, imported from the D. Welcome back. Missouri faced with a 3rd down and 6 at the 20. The Tigers have converted just 30% of their 3rd downs this year, 105th in the nation. Franklin, empty backfield. They're 0 for 2 on 3rd down conversions tonight.
See if Oklahoma decides to show a little pressure and play a little coverage on this play. Most of the time in this situation, they've brought pressure against Franklin tonight.
Good snap. Franklin under pressure, and he gets it away, but barely. Nice job by Frank Alexander. Held Ben around the corner to disrupt the play.
And the pressure really comes from up front. Watch Alexander getting back to the quarterback. They didn't do a great amount of pressure. They only brought 4. But Alexander beat Justin Britt to the corner and got to Franklin and forced him to give up the football early. It's nice when you have pressure, Gus, when you don't have to blitz. It only increases your coverage downfield.
Third punt of the night for Missouri. And Broyles is back deep. And Broyles fields it on the run. Broyles, great coverage by Mizzou as Brian Broyles steps out of bounds at the 39, a 44-yard punt, a 3-yard return. Frank Alexander getting to the QB. Momentum shifting for OU.
Coming up in moments on the Geico Halftime Show, we'll update what has been an absolutely wild day of college football, and Marcus Allen and I are going to read some of the interesting tweets we're getting from you, so make sure you hit us up before the half. Gus, Charles, it's all coming up in minutes.
All right, Kevin. A lot to talk about in college football this week, and an entertaining first half as the #1 team in the nation, Oklahoma, trails Missouri at home 14-10. First down to 10 at the 37 for Landry Jones. And our first and 10 line is brought to you by Russell Athletic. Dominique Whaley standing right behind Landry Jones. Pistol formation. Jones, far side, caught. Broyles out of bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Gaines.
In the last drive, Gus, and you see Dave Steckel, defensive coordinator, and Ryan Broyles. Dave Steckel's like, get away. I see you enough in film. But the last drive, Oklahoma fizzled a little bit, but they were relying on young kids. Camille Jackson missed a catch. Jazz Reynolds messed up a pass route. They're going to go back to the guys who played better for them.
Good pressure by Missouri. Whaley taken down by Luke Lambert. That's a loss of 5 on the play. Terrific tackle by the team captain.
Excellent play, straight ahead pursuit. Luke Lambert dinged up last year, able to get back on the field this year, getting an extra year and putting it to good use.
That off-season knee surgery, 3rd and 7 at the 40. OU 2 of 5 on 3rd down conversions. Trips to the top of the screen. Jones firing and incomplete. Terrific play by E.J. Gaines. No flags on the play as he knocked that one to the ground.
And there he is, relying on Jazz Reynolds, going to a youngster who has 1 catch on the season, the catch he had tonight, and really good coverage by Gaines, knocking that loose. The ball was well thrown. It was a good route, but an even better play by the defensive back.
So that brings out Tressway as Oklahoma punts for the 3rd time. T.J. Moe standing at the 20. And Way gets it off. T.J. Moe signals for the fair catch, and he has it at the 17-yard line, a 42-yard punt. All right, let's take a look at the Russell Athletic game summary. Missouri getting off to a quick start.
Terrific first drive. James Franklin on the 2nd quarterback sneak of that drive gets into the end zone, and then he comes back, and it's LaDamian Washington in the middle of Oklahoma's coverage for a touchdown, and Ryan Broyles, body control, concentration, to the ground. Touchdown, Oklahoma. Missouri leads by 4.
So the Tigers take over at the 17-yard line. Look at this formation at the bottom of your screen.
It's like a diamond formation, bunch set. You know, a lot of times they want to confuse you there and then hit backside with one-on-one to the top.
Franklin will run it. Oh, as he gets outside. James Franklin out of bounds at the 41-yard line, a gain of 24.
And how about that? They put all the attention there, and instead of running the route, look at the top. Right there, Lucas does a nice job of faking the route and then turning it into a block on Jamel Fleming to help his quarterback.
First down and 10. 11:15 remaining in the 2nd quarter. Franklin again decides to run the football, and he dives forward. Maybe a yard on the play. Frank Alexander, first man to him.
I love what David Yost, the offensive coordinator for Missouri, is doing tonight. We're seeing a lot of formations, a lot of movement, trying to get Oklahoma a little bit off balance, trying to create mismatches and matchups. And there's Yost at the top. And he's doing a really nice job calling this game, showing a lot of looks at Oklahoma and putting the ball in the hands of James Franklin to carry them.
Second down and 9 at the 42. Josie has been quiet lately. Franklin firing down the field. Incomplete. Some miscommunication on the route. Marcus Lucas, the intended receiver. And out that will bring up third down and long.
And with the way this game has been going, with what we've seen from James Franklin, I'm thinking that Marcus Lucas ran the wrong route. I'm thinking James Franklin knew where the ball needed to go, but instead now a big third down. Oklahoma last time only brought 4. Will they bring more in this case to put the pressure on Franklin?
Missouri needs to go to the OU 49-yard line. 4 receivers at the bottom of your screen.
Spread them out, empty set again.
Franklin decides to run. Can he get there? Bounces it outside, and he will not be strong enough to get the first down. Javon Harris, who's wearing number 12 tonight in honor of Austin Bucks. On 3rd and 9, Missouri only getting 8. But let's see what they decide to do.
Yeah, right here's a situation where if you're Oklahoma, you're going to go into what we call punt safe. Keep your defense on the field just in case. They may run a punter out there, but this is a perfect opportunity if Missouri wants to go for a fake. It's a great field position, and they like the way their defense has played the last couple of series.
4th punt for the Tigers. And this is a beauty. Royal signaling for the fair catch, lets it bounce over his head, kept out of the end zone and downed. No, it will be a touchback. Gaines trying to keep it out of the end zone, 50-yard punt. But a 30-yard net.
Boy, so close to this being a huge play and gaining an advantage for the defense. Foot's on the line, in the end zone. Tried to bat it back, unable to do so.
When you look at this Missouri team, you know that probably the greatest state for recruits is the state of Texas. A lot of Texas players on Oklahoma. And when you look at this Missouri squad, 12 players from the state of Texas on their 2-deep chart.
Does that say any more about the state of Texas? Because it seems like the whole country goes to the state of Texas to get great football players.
First down and 10 to the 20-yard line. Little Clay comes back in. They give it to him running left. And Clay dives forward. Picks up a couple of yards on the play. Andrew Wilson. And I tell you, Andrew Wilson, their middle linebacker, sophomore from Peculiar, Missouri, has been really hitting folks this season.
Team says that he's the best hitter on the team. He's following in the footsteps of his father, Jay, who left Missouri as the all-time leading tackler at the time of his graduation.
His father currently 12th now. 2nd and 8 at the 22. Jones wants to run, and he slides down quickly. Right in front of the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring up a big third down. Dominique Hamilton bearing down on Landry Jones.
Here's a situation now, if you're Missouri, you want to make sure you take away the running back. You want to take away Ryan Broyles, and you want one of these young kids with not much experience to try and make a play on you.
Watch Broyles, he's in the slot at the top of your screen, guarded by Gaines. 3rd down and 7.
A little cat and mouse. Missouri's defense also checking.
Jones firing deep down the field. Caught out of bounds. Jazz Reynolds with the over-the-shoulder grab. First down, Oklahoma. 40 yards.
Top of your screen, Jazz Reynolds from the top. On the top. Beautiful catch, because that's exactly what Missouri wanted. A young kid having to make a play. They took their chances, and he did it.
First down and 10, they swing it out. Broyles breaking tackles. And Kip Edwards and Broyles, nice collision on the sideline, but Ryan Broyles picks up 13 on the play.
And what an escort he got. from his tight end there. What a great job on the corner right there. James Hanna was the initial block that allowed him to get to the corner.
Broyles, 7 catches, 101, and a touchdown. Play fake. Screen. This time, they get Hanna down the sideline, and he steps out at the 10. Xavier Gooden giving chase.
Watch, it's a corner blitz. Watch right here. Coming right at you is number 1, Kip Edwards. And what did they do? They screened right into the vacated area. Nice pickup by Oklahoma.
First down and 10 at the Missouri 13-yard line. Landry Jones all day, flushed out. Jones wants to run it, and Landry Jones tiptoes out of bounds. At the 8, Lozano giving chase.
This is what pressure does for you, because watch the top, watch the back of the end zone. Look who's wide open there. That's number 16, Jazz Reynolds. But because of the pressure from Missouri, Landry Jones was unable to set his feet and have the time to find the wide open receiver.
Second down and 4 at the 7. Brennan Clay lining up with Landry Jones as he looks toward the Oklahoma sideline. And now they'll call a timeout. They're second. And we'll stay right here. So we've seen a momentum shift, and it seems like the catalyst has been the Oklahoma defense.
I agree with you totally on that. They got their footing back underneath, made it a lot tougher for Missouri, got them into some 3rd and longs, got after them with pressure. But Missouri's defense has also been countering pretty well and making it tough for the Oklahoma offense. I think on this second down here, Coach Brewster, keep it in the hands of Landry Jones. He's moving well in the pocket, looking for receivers.
Yeah, they seem to be in a rhythm right now. Very comfortable. But again, you guys know me. In this situation right here, let's be physical with the football. Let's be physical.
So you want to run the football here if you're Oklahoma?
You know, Charles, I think it gives your offense tremendous confidence when you're able to run the ball in the end zone.
Yeah. But when you look at this Missouri squad, they feel like one of the biggest strengths of the team is their front 4 on defense, and they don't think Oklahoma can run it off. Let's see.
And Dominique Hamilton, number 90, is a big reason why. He's their run stuffer inside.
Second and 4 at the 7. Clay in the backfield. Jones will throw. Clay with the catch, knocked out of bounds. Great tackle by Kip Edwards. Looks like a first down, but he saved the touchdown as he picks up 5 on 2nd and 4.
Landry Jones went through his progressions, able to swing it to the back, and Brennan Clay with nice hands catches it, holds on after the hit. 1st and goal for Oklahoma. Let's see if they do what Coach Brewster talks about here. Go big with the offensive guys and try and pound it in with Whaley at tailback.
So they bring in Millard. He serves as the H-back. Dominique Whaley, great short yardage back. They give it to him. Hesitation, and he won't even get back to the line of scrimmage. He loses 2 yards on the play on 1st and goal at the 2.
And that was stacked up, Gus, by Sheldon Richardson, number 34. He actually took out the legs of Trey Millard, so he had no momentum to throw a block.
Also, Terrell Rosano in on it as well. 2nd and goal at the 4. Dominique Whaley, the single setback. Landry Jones throws the fade in the corner, and it's incomplete. E.J. Gaines. He is an athlete, sophomore.
And look, they want to throw it to their best receiver, top of your screen, one-on-one, Ryan Broyles and E.J. Gaines. Wonderful job by Gaines, not allowing separation and able to locate the football and knock it away.
3rd down and goal at the 4. Dominique Whaley with Jones. Big play here. Landry Jones. Touchdown, Broyles. Landry Jones throwing a BB. And that's a 2nd touchdown of the night for Ryan Broyles.
They went fade before to Broyles. This time he runs the route and gets separation from the defensive back coming back to the football. See, just a little subtle move inside. Small little push, nothing where he gets his arms extended where they're going to call a penalty flag. That's an experienced receiver working it to get a touchdown.
And Landry Jones going to his favorite target, and Oklahoma takes the lead with 6:36 to go in the second quarter, 17-14. Big first half for Broyles. Oklahoma counterpunching up 17-14.
And look at this, youngsters thinking they're going to get the football. There's Jazz Reynolds, but the guy who's supposed to get it is Ryan Broyles. Landry Jones is relying on his big-time players right here. Jazz Reynolds, he thinks he's supposed to be the target. Kids, gotta learn. On that drive, was there any doubt that Landry Jones is going anywhere with the football but to Ryan Broyles? At this stage of the game, he knows what he has. He's going to lean on his All-American all night long and swing it to the backs, maybe a tight end occasionally, but the youngsters, they're going to have to get better in practice in order to gain the confidence of their quarterback.
As you take a look at the scoring drive, 10 plays, 80 yards, 320. Now Missouri will have to answer, and since Missouri, after they led 14-3, since then, they punted 3 straight times, and James Franklin 5 for 11 now. TJ Moe, as this one goes out of the back of the end zone. Now let's go to Kevin Frazier for a game break.
Gus, Nebraska making a rare trip to Laramie to take on Wyoming. Rex Burkhead has scored in every Huskers game this season. He has 123 yards already. Huskers up 21-7, guys.
And Kevin, remember the legendary Bob Devaney, who's really kickstarted Nebraska football, was the former head coach at Wyoming. So Nebraska, in a sense, going back to their roots.
All right, let's see what Franklin can do. He's missed his last 5. They hand it to Josie, and he is chopped down. Gabe Lynn, the sophomore from Jenks, with a nice open field tackle, a loss of 4.
Gus, you remember early in the game who was doing the punching? It was Missouri. They were on their toes. Oklahoma a little bit on their heels. It looks like right now, Oklahoma's taking the fight to Missouri from their defensive side.
Second down and 14 at the 16. Franklin, play fake. Franklin over the middle, incomplete. Terrific defensive play by Aaron Colvin as he went over the top and knocked it out of Wes Kemp's hands.
And with the way the game is played now, you want safeties with coverage skills. Watch Aaron Colvin, who was a cornerback last year, moved into safety. The cornerback skills came right back into play, right through the hands of the receiver.
So expect Oklahoma to bring the heat. Third down and 14 at the 16. Missouri needs to go to the 30 for first down. Trips at the bottom, Twins at the top for the Tigers. Agnew in motion. Franklin under pressure. Franklin wants to run it, and he'll go out of bounds short of the first down. With 5:54 to go, Travis Lewis, who returned last week against Florida State after breaking a bone in his big toe during training camp. And what a leader he is. And right now, Travis getting up slowly. He's got a small little limp in his gait.
The coaches call a little hitch in his giddy up. But I think on that tackle, he might have gotten hurt in the upper portion of his body trying to knock James Franklin out of bounds. So here he is making the tackle. Franklin knocks him over the sideline. There's a little kick. You see the heel of James Franklin? It looked like it came underneath the headgear. Watch the end of the play. There's the tackle. Now look at the heel right there. Kick back up into the face of Travis Lewis. But Oklahoma on display on that play. The speed, the pursuit, forcing Franklin out of the pocket, and then what they do so well, tackle in the open field to prevent the first down.
Coach, what has Oklahoma, what has Brent Venables, the coordinator for OU, done to offset this Missouri offense.
Well, it's really interesting, Gus. In the nickel defense, they've gone from a 4-down front to a 3-down front, and they're bringing Tom Ward as the 4th rusher. We've got to isolate on Ward. He's doing a great job rushing the passer for Oklahoma as their 4th rusher.
So they're not using a number of guys to bring the heat. If you can get it done with 4, even out of your nickel package, that's a win for your secondary.
Broyles standing at the 35-yard line. 4 straight punts for the Tigers. This one angled, and it takes an interesting bounce and will be down to around the 30-yard line. And don't forget, coming up at the half is the Geico halftime show. Kevin Frazier and Marcus Allen. They'll have the latest from LSU, West Virginia, Nebraska, Wyoming as well.
That LSU West Virginia game shaped up as a big one tonight. Mountaineers at home had a tough one last year at LSU. They thought they would be able to compete. LSU awfully tough on defense, though.
Conference play beginning here in the Big 12. A lot of great games going on today. Oklahoma State winning at Texas A&M. And the 1st and 10 line brought to you by Russell Athletic. First down now at the 30 for Landry Jones. He has 5:28 remaining in this first half. And they hand it off Miller. And Miller picks up the first down, chopped down by Gaines.
Told you he was coming, Gus. Trey Miller, the native of Columbia, Missouri, home of the Missouri Tigers. His mom, Joy, works for Missouri University, head of their conference department. He got out of the Tigers' clutches, and the Sooners love having him.
First down to the 44 now. 1 timeout remaining for Oklahoma. Landry Jones looking. Landry Jones goes for it all. Jackson. Incomplete. Kip Edwards covering. Camille Jackson had to make a turn. It would have been a tough catch.
Watch, he doesn't give enough room for his quarterback to fade him to the sideline, Gus. He's got to run that pattern a little closer to the bottom of the numbers so that when he fades to the sideline, there's room to catch the football. He actually ran himself out of room on that pass play.
Second down and 10 at the 44. Jones again fires into the flats. Has Whaley. And Whaley, nice stiff arm. Spinning. Dominique Whaley, the walk-on. Gains 25 down at the 30 by Robert Steeples.
Look at that. Old school running backs would have loved seeing that. Jim Brown, hello, the stiff arm, a running back's best friend.
Pump fake. Jones over the middle. Caught. Jazz Reynolds down at the Missouri 5. So Josh Heupel, the offensive coordinator of Oklahoma, has figured out this Missouri defense. That's a gain of 27.
And look how quickly they want to go after an explosive play.
Play fake. Underneath, caught. And down at the 1 is Austin Haywood, who's been moving up the depth chart. Brings up second down and goal of the 1-yard line.
And you notice Oklahoma gets into many different sets and formations without substituting personnel. Have a lot of versatile guys on the field.
Quarterback sneak. Touchdown. Wow. Oklahoma scores in a New York minute. And the Sooners, 6 plays, 70 yards, take a 23-14 lead.
He said a New York minute, a minute 18 off the clock to get that done. The big guys up front blasting forward. And Landry Jones does a nice job on the sneak of staying low initially and continuing to drive his legs. He never stopped his feet before he landed in the end zone.
So after leading 14-3, Missouri falling apart late in this first half. Oklahoma on a furious pace. 21 unanswered points for the Sooners. 24-14, our score. Coach Brewster.
Coach Brew, what are you feeling right now? You had the momentum going one way earlier. It seems like it's really flipped.
It has really changed, Charles, and what's got to happen now, Mizzou's got to make a deliberate response, or this game can possibly get out of hand. They've got to do a great job with this drive, Charles, and somehow come up with some points.
And the way I think they're going to have to do it is they've got to get the ball into the hands of their key playmakers now, even if they're throwing it short. TJ Moe hasn't touched it in a while. They've got to get Henry Josie active again, even if they swing him out of the backfield to take a little pressure off of James Franklin.
They got to keep doing what they're doing. James Franklin has got to step up right now. This is a great moment for James Franklin.
TJ Moe from the 5. And Moe gets up to the 20-yard line. Ronell Lewis making the tackle for Oklahoma on the kickoff team. So that brings out James Franklin. And the Tigers, don't forget, folks, Wednesday, October 5th. Don't miss the new series. Critics call it brilliant, daring, and insane. American Horror Story premieres October 5th at 10 only on FX.
Makes sense in October. Break out American Horror Stories, we speed towards Halloween.
First down and 10 to the 20-yard line. They give it to Josie. He gets outside, dives forward. Nice gain. And Missouri ran the football well early on, but they got away from it.
They did. And look at the first 2 drives, 14 points created. The last 4 punts. Josie was terrific on those first 2 drives, running the football. Get the ball in his hands. Find Agnew, the tight end. Find TJ Moe.
Franklin straight ahead, picks up the first down as he gets to the 35 +6. And when we talked to the Oklahoma coaches, their main goal defensively was to make sure that Missouri did not do well on first and second down.
They wanted to win first and second down, get them into third and long situations. That was a nice run there on first, a nice play on first down for Josie. Set up a second and short. Now it's another first down for Missouri.
First down and 10 to the 35 for Missouri. James Franklin with time, sidesteps. He's got Moe! Incomplete. Wow, James Franklin would love to have that one back.
This is one that he's just thinking, I have to connect, and Moe has it in his hands, but the ball comes out as he hits the ground. He bought a little time in the pocket to try and find one of his playmakers. Another one he has to find now. Where is Michael Agnew, number 82, their All-American tight end?
He caught 90 balls last year. Here's James Franklin lowering his shoulder. He gets to the 42 on 2nd and 10. That'll bring up 3rd down and about 4 or 5.
I know David Yost, the offensive coordinator, and Gary Pinkel, the head coach, do not want James Franklin to run like they ran Brad Smith here at Missouri, where he averaged about 25 carries a game his senior year.
7 incompletions in a row for Franklin, faced with the 3rd and 4 at the 41. They need to go to the 45 for first down. Empty backfield. Sometimes a running situation for Franklin.
Timeout, Oklahoma.
Oklahoma.
And the Sooners will use their final timeout of the first half. Travis Lewis back on the field after getting kicked in the mouth. Tells you how tough this young man is.
Coach Brew, they've been in that nickel package, and you talked about how they've rushed the 4th guy, being the outside being the linebacker Tom Ward. Do you go ahead and heat up here, or do you want to play a little coverage and try and get one more shot with the ball back at the end of this half?
I think, Charles, in the last play, Tom Ward hurt his ankle. He's limping a little bit, okay? And so I think Travis Lewis and Ward right now are a little bit nicked. I think that may play into what they're thinking on this defensive call. Maybe playing a little zone, maybe not bringing the pressure.
And the pressure for Oklahoma has been a lot of 4-man pressure, which frankly Missouri should be able to handle and block up with their offensive line. But they've really struggled because the pressure from the defensive ends has been terrific.
All right, here we go. 3rd down and 4 at the 41. 2:32 to go in the second quarter. James Franklin. Here comes a blitz. Franklin fires. Caught down the sideline. And out of bounds. Terrific job by Jarrell Jackson. And Missouri picks up the first down.
You always talk about a guy who talks stuff. Is he going to walk the walk now? Jarrell Jackson said before the game there was nothing to be afraid of with Oklahoma. He didn't see it. And now he gets an opportunity and makes a big catch.
And what a clutch throw, a poised throw by James Franklin. First down and 10, Mizzou. And they hand it off. Josie trying to get outside, but nothing doing. Frank Alexander, ball player, as he comes up and makes that tackle.
Alexander, watch him up here. He'll come down the line and end up making a play. Look at him coming through the trash in the middle of the field and running him down.
No gain. Second down and 10 at the 34. Clock continues to move. 148 and counting.
TJ Moe in the slot here. They haven't found him lately at all. One opportunity, unable to catch it on this drive.
Franklin with time, and incomplete. Jarrell Jackson, the intended receiver, he had it in his hands, but couldn't hold on.
And that play was made by the far side corner, Demontre Hurst, who fell back into coverage and battled him all the way through. Jackson had it, a well-thrown ball, and he plays through his hands and knocks it free.
Aren't you supposed to get your head around and play the ball, not the man?
Doesn't matter if there's no contact before you get to the wide receiver.
Good point, partner. Third down and 10 at the 34. Big play here for the Tigers.
I'm sensing they come after him a little here.
Franklin wants to run it, and Franklin will get it to the 27-yard line. So Missouri with a decision in front of them. Ronell Lewis with the tackle. Do they go for it on fourth down and 4, or do they bring in Wrestle and attempt a field goal?
They know how far he can go. I think his long in his career is about 50, but they've got it inside the 30, and they think if they get to the 30, that's field goal territory. They're going to let the clock run down now, because no matter what, they want to take some time off the clock for Oklahoma getting the football back one way or the other.
Last week, Russell was 2 for 2, hit a 28-yarder and a 25-yarder. This would be from 46 yards away. And remember, Wrestle missed a 48-yarder on the final play of regulation versus Arizona State. ASU won that game in overtime, 37-30. However, his coach, for reasons that he knows, iced him twice, calling 2 timeouts before the kid had a chance to kick the ball.
They were trying to get Arizona State to jump on defense. They thought they had something in a look where they would jump and they would gain an additional 5 yards. That evening, he felt like Grant Wrestle needed the 5 yards. Every game and pregame, they come up with a determined number. How far can we go tonight with you kicking the football? That night, Gary Pinkel thought that number was less than 48.
So from 46 yards away, Grant Russell. And that one is no good. With 40 seconds remaining.
He has been so accurate in his career, Gus, that these misses are really a surprise for Missouri. And that one never had a chance, because he pulled that left. That was similar to the kick that he had at Arizona State with a chance to win it. Just pulled it left all the way to right from the beginning. Career coming into tonight, 49 for 54 in field goals. So you know he's awfully accurate. They've got a lot of confidence in him, but the last few kicks have not been the Grant Wrestle that they've known in his career.
Now you brought up a point though. Look at Wrestle's left arm. He's got a cast on it, and you know how kickers are, like golfers. If there's extra weight in your club, I can throw you off a little bit.
Just wonder if maybe there's a little something there. You get a little bit off balance. You might not even really know it, but it could get into your head. Grant Wrestle has not looked like himself on the last few kicks.
40 seconds to play. Here's a handoff to Brennan Clay. And he'll get outside. Pick up about 8.5, 9 on the play. No timeouts remaining for Oklahoma. Well, the Sooners After being down 14-3, are content and heading into the locker room with a 24-14 lead.
Certainly appears that way with the time they're taking, with the play call coming in or not, as they wind this thing down towards 10 seconds to go in the half. Because if they really wanted to do something, they would have hurried up and ran a play. But I don't think so now. They're going to the half secure with a 10-point lead.
24-14 our score at halftime. Oklahoma storming back. Ryan Broyles, 2 touchdowns in the first half. Let's join our Coach Brewster on the field.
Chuck, speak up.
And Ryan Broyles with 2 big touchdowns. Now let's go downstairs to Coach Brewster.
Coach, talk about the momentum shift there in the second quarter and how you guys seized momentum of the game.
Well, you know, we got caught in some man defenses, didn't play them very well. They beat us, settled down. Defense got the tempo a little of their pace and settled in a little bit and played a little better. And then offense has been a little inconsistent, but we've made enough plays.
Talk about Jazz Reynolds and his taking over for Kenny Stills.
Yeah, Jazz is stepping up. He's made some nice plays.
Good luck, Coach.
All right, our halftime score, 24-14. We'll send you to Kevin Frazier and Marcus Allen in Los Angeles for the Geico halftime show after these messages. And welcome back to Norman, Oklahoma. Our halftime score, the #1 team in the nation, the Oklahoma Sooners, with the 24-14 lead over Missouri. Gus Johnson along with Charles Davis. And Charles, Oklahoma making some great adjustments after being down 14-3 to come back and take a 10-point lead at halftime.
Well, defensively, they got snug with the wide receivers. The big touchdown to LaDainian Washington, they missed a jam. He got into the middle of the coverage and went. After that, they started jamming better, tightened up on the coverage, and the pass rush started to get there. But for Missouri, the first half, running the ball, James Franklin did a great job taking care of the football, ran it well himself. But remember this Missouri team, down 30-16 in the fourth quarter at Arizona State, came all the way back. They get the ball to start the second half.
And James Franklin, look at the smile on his face. He always looks like he's got a secret that nobody knows about except for himself. And you take a look at the first half statistics, both teams able to move the football. And for OU, 355 yards in total offense, 271 coming by way of the pass. So Missouri will get the ball to start the second half. And as you mentioned, against Arizona State, they were down by 2 touchdowns, managed to come back and tie the game and have a chance to win it at the end of regulation. But Russell missed a field goal. Patrick O'Hara will kick it away. TJ Moe back deep. And the second half underway. Line drive kick fielded at the 1-yard line by Moe. He crosses the 20 and crashes forward to the 24. Let's join Coach Tim Brewster, our sideline analyst.
Gus, I thought that Oklahoma responded extremely well in the first half to being down. Now it's time for Mizzou to show a deliberate response and get back in this game. It's a 24-14 game. They got the ball. They need to do something with it now. They may need to let James Franklin go a little bit.
First down and 10 at the 24. Franklin 1 for his last 8. And Franklin underneath, caught. It's Moe in space. And TJ Moe gets to the 45, picks up 21 yards.
And in order to help young James Franklin, he needs his playmakers to get open and make these types of plays. Give me Moe. Also give me more Jarrell Jackson. Make sure Henry Josie touches it. And where is the All-American tight end Michael Agnew? No catches thus far.
First down and 10 to the 45. Here's Franklin running a football. And he dives forward, gets inside OU territory as he picks up 6. Aaron Colvin with the tackle. Let's take a look at the first and second quarters for James Franklin.
Yeah, it was almost a tale of two, wasn't it? 5 of 9 to get started, big plays downfield, and then the pressure increased. Nowhere to go with the football.
2nd and 4. Low snap, handle to the sideline. He slings it out, and that's the tight end you've been waiting for, Michael Egnew, but he can't hold on.
They've got to increase opportunities. And back-to-back low snaps that you noted, Gus. All right, they got the center back that they want, Travis Ruth. But right now, James Franklin is playing shortstop back there as well as quarterback. That can hurt the timing of plays.
3rd down and 4 at the 49. Franklin, pump fake to the sideline. Incomplete. Out of bounds, intended for Jarrell Jackson. So Missouri will have to punt it away, coming up empty on their first drive of the second half.
A double move route, but Jarrell Jackson left no room on the sideline to finish the second move. He's got to move that inside a little bit more. Stem the defensive back, stick him inside, push him towards the middle of the field before he comes back to the sideline in order to have the room to complete the pass.
Royals is back deep at the 10. What does stem mean? For my mother watching this game in Michigan.
Lining up that defensive back, getting him straight up, moving him where you want him, and then getting away from it.
So like a crossover dribble.
Exactly.
The 49-yard punt will stay right here as OU comes back on the field. What was the biggest adjustment the Sooners made offensively to really get things going? Remember, they came up 3 and out on their opening drive. Landry Jones throws an interception on their second drive, but all of a sudden after that point, they started moving and grooving.
I thought that they got really balanced on offense. Running the football, Josh Heupel nearest to us on the headset. I thought running the football jumped into play, and then they started throwing the short passing game, and then near the end of the half, relying on their biggest weapons, Ryan Broyles.
From the 20. Jones over the middle. And it's caught. And that is Broyles once again. Tackled by Xavier Gooden. Gain of 6 on the play, brings up 2nd and 4. Landry Jones, the numbers. 277, a touchdown. 2 touchdowns and 1 interception.
I think his career high is 486. That might be under assault this evening.
There's a quick handoff. Clay, following his block, has a first down as he's stopped by Rosano.
How about the offensive line this side? They're really starting to move the Missouri defensive line. Look at the space in the crease. Yeah, getting out in front. That's Gabe Eichert, the offensive guard.
And some movement on that Oklahoma offensive line this week. We'll tell you about it in the second. First down and 10 at the 30. Dominique Whaley in the backfield. Far side caught. Nicely done, Jazz Reynolds.
In that offensive line movement, you're talking about the offensive tackle position, Gus. They got some people back. Jarvis Jones, who was expected to be a starter, he's back tonight. Darrell Williams, who missed the second game with a sprained ankle, he's back. So now they've got a 4-man rotation at tackle with Donald Stevenson, Lane Johnson, Williams, and Jarvis Jones, keeping them fresh and starting to get some movement on the defensive front.
2nd and 3. Hannah in motion. Here's a handoff. And it's Whaley. Dominique Whaley shredding through the Missouri defense. Steeples ankle tackled him.
Right side of the line now. They're going to have the fun as they create the crease. Look to that side. 69 is Lane Johnson, the tackle. Eichert, the guard, coming around. Haber in the center, number 61, and Tyler Evans, the right guard. They're starting to have some fun up front.
Lane Johnson, what a story. Here's a kid that played quarterback coming out of high school into junior college. Played tight end here as well, and now he's a starter on the offensive line. A lot of talent. First down and 10 at the 47. Andrew Jones over the middle, caught by Whaley, breaks the tackle. Tough running after the catch by Dominique Whaley as Kip Edwards stops him.
How about the catch, Gus? How about that? A catch reaching out with one hand and bringing it in, and then doing the running after.
Whaley running, and nice knifing in, tackled by Kenja Jackson. We've mentioned his name quite a few times tonight, only a 1-yard gain.
The true leader of the secondary, their best hitter. Son of a preacher man. But that doesn't stop him from being awfully aggressive on the football field.
3rd down 4 at the 41. Missouri wants to get off the field. The underneath stuff has really been effective for Oklahoma, especially with Ryan Broyles. Whaley lines up next to Landry Jones. Here's Jones, and it is picked off. Luke Lambert, Oski plucking it out of the air, and that ball deflected.
I love the call of Oski, a defensive back's favorite word. Oski means the interception has happened. Circle the wagons, guys, and block for me. Watch to the inside. Lambert 33, cleaning over the top, catches the tip drill, and Missouri gets a big stop to start the second half.
Fox College Football is brought to you by Chick-fil-A. We didn't invent the chicken, just the chicken sandwich. Welcome back. Gus Johnson, along with Charles Davis, Tim Brewster, 24-14. What happened at the end of the play here, Charles?
Well, the tip by Xavier Gooden, the linebacker. Luke Lambert with the pick. Looks like it's coming out of his hands, but his partner, his teammate, E.J. Gaines, made sure it never hit the ground to complete the interception.
So a 1st down for Missouri. And the ball at the 36-yard line. James Franklin and this Missouri offense, they really need to make something happen. A handoff to Josie. He cuts it inside. Good yardage on 1st down as he crosses the 40. Gets up to the 41 as he's stopped by Travis Lewis. So for Missouri, last 5 possessions, 5 punts and a missed field goal. Actually in their last 6 possessions. 2nd down and 6 at the 40-yard line. Franklin bounces out of the pocket. Buying time. Throws on the run. Incomplete. Tom Ward with pressure on Franklin. And that brings up 3rd down and 6.
Oklahoma is so fast on defense that even when you break contain and get out of the pocket, you don't have clear sight lines. Tom Ward running him down after Franklin appeared to be able to get to the corner.
3rd down, 6 at the 40. Missouri 2 of 8 on 3rd down conversions. They need to get to the 46-yard line. 4 receivers at the bottom. Franklin wants to run to his left. Nothing doing. Chopped down. Guess who? Frank Alexander, the great.
Went to the well one time too many on this play. My meaning, they've shown different formations, but in this situation, they've gone quarterback draw. Oklahoma talked about it at the half. Frank Alexander reacted and put him down and forced another punt. We've seen that play, Gus, I believe 4 or 5 times out of different sets, different looks, same play. And finally, Oklahoma sniffed it out early.
Trey Barrow has gotten a lot of work in tonight. This is his 7th punt. From the 25, and he unloads on this one. Broyles with the fair catch at the 10, a 48-yard punt. But Oklahoma starting to close down the Tigers' defense, percolating right now. All right, tomorrow start your NFL Sunday with the Fox NFL Sunday pregame show as Pam Oliver talks with the Detroit Lions about their incredible start to the season and how important it is to the Motor City. Plus, our guys will preview a day full of big names between heated division rivals. It's all on the Built Ford Tough Fox NFL Sunday pregame show tomorrow at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific, only on Fox. You know, my Lions, we got a big game with Minnesota this week on the road.
Gus, with them back playing as well as they are, the NFC North now goes back to the old NFC Central with the black and blue division.
1st down and 10 at the 11-yard line. Clay, the single setback. Here's a handoff. And Clay tripped up. behind the line of scrimmage. Lambert there, as well as E.J. Gaines. No gain.
They just collaborated on an interception. Now they collaborate on a tackle. Very well defensed by Missouri. Oklahoma trying to get to the corner. Piled it up very well.
2nd down and 10. Jones, quick strike, Broyles, 1st down, still running. Broyles at the 40, and out of bounds at the 45 all day. Ryan Broyles, same kind of stuff.
Look, short stuff, just get it in his hands. Stronger than what you think. See him run through the tackle there? And that's an excellent tackler in Kenja Jackson. And Ryan Broyles, good lower body strength, moves the ball upfield. Even when they know he's getting the football, he's finding a way to make a play.
Gains 33 yards on the play. 1st down at the Oklahoma 44. Millard in the backfield now. Here's the fullback turning the corner. Oh! Woo! Matt White. Say hello to Trey Millard.
Trey Millard's about 250. Matt White, right around 200 pounds. They've been trying to put weight on him all offseason and preseason. He's not holding it just yet. He's listed at 190. They're trying to get that guy a little bit bigger, and he'll need it when those big trains come around the corner. About Millard in the one-back set there. Oklahoma unveiling another formation and personnel grouping that we haven't seen much of so far this year.
Millard, a bruiser, picks up 9. 2nd down and 1 at the 47. Clay back in the game in the Oklahoma backfield. And they give it to him, and he'll pick up the 1st down. Xavier Gooden with the tackle.
With Oklahoma starting to run the football as effectively as they have here through about half of this football game, that means Landry Jones should be able to throw on favorable down and distances now. If they want to throw it on 1st and 10 now, they have that option because the running game's working so well.
Play fake. Jones sets up deep in the pocket. And this ball to the sideline. And it's caught once again. This time it's Jazz Reynolds. Nice catch by the sophomore.
Gus, it was a 1st and 10 throw. Remember, when you're running the ball well, and you get able to keep them in base defense, they can't do very many games with you.
And they pitch it out, Clay. Ooh. Tell you what, these Oklahoma running backs now trying to punish Missouri defenders. Matt White once again.
I'm gonna give Matt White credit though. Just got tagged by Millard a couple plays ago. Had no fear in coming up and trying to put the hit on Brennan Clay.
Dominique Whaley now, as the ball gets close to the 20-yard line, enters the game for OU at running back.
I'm sorry, go ahead, partner.
2nd and 4.
It's a good down to throw it if they want to because the running game's working. 2nd and 4, you can do what you want on offense.
And they hand it off. 1st down, Oklahoma. Dominique Whaley.
Partner, is this what we call balance now? Look at this offensive line, creating holes, and then Whaley with vision, because Xavier Gooden showed in the hole, but he made him miss in a small area.
Tell you what, you can't say enough about this Oklahoma offensive line. 1st down and 10 at the Missouri 22. Jones, quick strike again. And it's caught. Whaley. Oh, Whaley inside the 5. Kip Edwards with the saving tackle, but it's a gain of 19. And the Sooners will get to the line of scrimmage quickly. What balance by Dominique Whaley.
Balance, strength, determination, and here they come again.
They give it to him, and it's a touchdown. Tell you what, one day, they're going to have to give this kid a scholarship. Coach Dukes told us it might be at the end of the year.
And when they do award it, Gus, the whole state of Oklahoma will stand up and applaud.
You know what? I don't think they should give him a scholarship this season. He's so hungry right now. You know what? He is playing so well. And you know how coaches are. They don't want to jinx it.
No, they will not change it up as well as he's playing. If he's playing that well, they might want to take a couple from a few people, get them motivated.
No doubt about it. As Michael Honeycutt comes in to attempt the extra point. The Langston transfer. Dominique Whaley running like Cletus. First, the catch, the balance, and then the power, the strength. OU 31-14. All right, the great views from just above the field or from our Chase Sapphire action cam, and you can tell that Dominique Whaley's teammates really like him.
We always talk about teams gravitating towards a quarterback. James Franklin did that with getting Missouri on his side in the offseason with his actions. Dominique Whaley's play has galvanized this Oklahoma team, and they've taken him and lifted him up. And look at what he's done tonight. A little bit of everything. Running it, receiving, 122 yards total offense and a touchdown. And the balance on that last catch that put him in position for the touchdown, was that an Ickey Woods shuffle on the sideline I saw?
I think that's what we saw.
Kept him in bounds. If you don't know Ickey Woods, guys, Google it.
Cincinnati Bengals. So TJ Moe back deep for Missouri. Tigers in dangerous waters right now because one thing's for sure. After last year's win against Oklahoma, the Sooners are going to pour it on if they can. And this ball kicked out of the end zone. Let's go to Kevin Frazier for game break.
Gus, let's check in on a couple of games in the Pac-12. We start with the Oregon Ducks. LaMichael James from 12 yards out. A little dance, a little stumble, the touchdown, and then how about SC and Arizona State? Marcus Allen, that's Cameron Marshall. He's gone. 70-yard touchdown, the longest run allowed by SC since the 2008 Rose Bowl. It's early, but it's 7-0. Gus?
All right, we saw SC last week defeating Syracuse. Matt Barkley doing a nice job, but SC having problems running the football. First down and 10 at the 20. Franklin fires the home run, and incomplete. That ball intended for Wes Kemp. Kemp is a big play receiver, but these Oklahoma defenders, it seems like they're getting into the minds of this Missouri squad. They know where they're going before they go there.
And with their athleticism, they're getting there at the same time or ahead of the Missouri receivers. Wes Kemp, 10 catches on the year, 0 for this evening.
Second down and 10. Here's Moe on the reverse. He's bottled up, goes nowhere. David King again.
This is the Oklahoma I'm used to seeing on defense. Anything you want to run laterally, they tend to run down. If you want to throw it short, they close and tackle very well. Earlier in the game, Missouri had them on their heels. No longer. Huge third down. I think they pressure him here. I don't think they sit back. They play man coverage, and they go after it.
Third and 10 of the 20. Empty backfield for James Franklin. Culver in motion. Franklin steps up, throws on the run. Great catch by Kemp as he has to turn around in midair. He brings it down and picks up a first down for the Tigers, a 22-yard gain.
Big league catch to keep a drive alive on 3rd and long. Great concentration because Travis Lewis crossed in front of the football and Kemp held on. Great eyes, but Oklahoma fooled me. They only rushed 3 and dropped 8. And Franklin had time.
First down at their own 42. And Franklin running. And that play has not worked the last 2 or 3 times. Tom Ward sitting on it, and he comes up with the tackle.
What you're worried about with your quarterback against Oklahoma is how physical that defense is. If you're going to run him time and again, E.J. Manuel, bigger, thicker, stronger guy from Florida State, didn't finish last week playing against Oklahoma. James Franklin showed a lot of toughness this evening.
Second down and 10. Now it's Josie running outside, and he picks up a first down. That's the guy they have to keep feeding.
Remember, he came into this game having never carried the ball more than 14 times in college in a ball game. You talked about in the first half, Gus, about 190 pounds. I think they're trying to be a little judicious in their use of him, but they need his playmaking ability.
Gained 11 there. Colbert will run it. And he's junior. Dowers Grove, Illinois. But when you look at what Henry Josie has done, he had close to 100 yards against Arizona State. He blew out Western Illinois, and now he's got 11 carries for 76. Second down and 7.
OU just substituted in 2 fresh defensive ends to try and put pressure on the passer if they throw it.
James Franklin firing to the sideline, and it is caught. Terrific job by TJ Moe to get a foot inbounds, picking up 16.
Take a look. It has to be the first foot inbounds. As long as he gets one down, he's fine, but it's the first foot inbounds on the catch. And it is. That's outstanding job by TJ Moe getting the toe down.
James Franklin again, underneath. Incomplete. Looks like that was blocked by Aaron Colvin. May have gotten there soon, but no flag.
It almost appeared that he was wearing Aaron Colvin. And look, there's the catch. The toe is down at the bottom of the screen. Well done by TJ Moe. And I'm with you, Gus. I thought Aaron Colvin might have gotten there just a tad early on the last pass play of Missouri.
Second down and 10 at the 28. 4 receivers at the top. Let's see if Franklin runs to his right this time.
The quarterback draw that they've used with an empty backfield.
And he runs out of the pocket, throws, incomplete. As R.J. Washington put pressure on James Franklin, and it brings up third down and 10. Maybe 4-down territory for Missouri.
I think so at 31-14 late in the fourth quarter. But in this case, he's got to get some yardage to give his head coach, Gary Pinkel, reason to want to go for it instead of calling for a field goal in this spot.
Franklin, 9 of 23, 210 yards. 3:23 to go, third quarter.
Last time Oklahoma sat back on the big third down. I don't know if they're going to do that with these guys here. I get a feeling that they want to go in that direction on this down.
Kemp in motion. Franklin fires. Oh, incomplete. That ball intended for Jarrell Jackson. Looks like it went right through his hands.
I'm really surprised because the Oklahoma I know really doesn't sit back much. And they sat back now on 2 3rd and 10s. That ball was a little bit behind Jarrell Jackson, but in that situation, you've got to come up with it to help your team out of a tough jam. That drive's still going if he catches the football.
So Brent Russell in to attempt a 46-yarder. He missed a 46-yarder in the first half. Looking for his confidence here. And he couldn't bring it through.
He overcompensated on that one, Gus. The last couple were from the left hash. He didn't get over to the right side this time. He wanted to keep it more on the right side, left it too far right.
So Oklahoma will take over. At about the 28-yard line, Landry Jones. Take a look at what the Sooners have done offensively.
What a big night. Landry Jones, despite the 2 interceptions, big yardage. Dominique Whaley playing so big in run and pass game. And Ryan Broyles, the top receiver, showing exactly why.
Jones fires over the middle, and it's caught by his tight end, Austin Haywood. Haywood has really been coming on the last few weeks. Luke Lambert makes the tackle.
I think Landry Jones was a little bit fortunate on that play. Double clutch and still delivered it in the middle with 2 guys there as defenders. Nice catch by Haywood.
Second down and 7 at the 31. Jones, far side. Broyles. And Broyles taken down by Robert Steeples. But Broyles will gain 5 on the play. And that brings up third down and short.
That's his 11th catch of the night, isn't it? I mean, that's unbelievable for this guy because the attention had to go to him without Kenny Stills, without Trey Franks. Make other guys beat you. And even with that extra attention, he's beating Missouri.
3rd down and 2. Straight ahead, and they'll pick up the 1st down as Brennan Clay leans forward and picks up 3.
Coach Brew, the playbook's open for Josh Heupel, but it's open because it appears that offensive line is really firing out.
Yeah, the offensive line's doing a great job, but Mizzou's playing a lot of soft zone coverage, and they're attacking the underneath coverage. Mizzou playing off, they're getting some easy throws, Charles.
1st down and 10 at the 39. Jones, and that's incomplete. Intended for Ryan Broyles. Just look at the play selection. 1st half, 2nd half.
Yeah, all coaches, every time we have a meeting, what do our offensive coordinators tell us? We want to be balanced. I'd say 10 runs, 10 passes fits that description perfectly.
Diamond formation in the backfield now for OU. There's a handoff, and when the play goes down. That diamond formation, it almost toys with Oklahoma fans because it looks like an inverted wishbone. And I asked Josh Heupel yesterday, in a short yardage situation, could you just bring back the wishbone a little bit?
If they lined up in it, Gus, you'd have a standing ovation from the capacity crowd of 82,112 saying, we remember and we love.
3rd down and 12 at the 37. And a false start coming up against Oklahoma.
False start, offense, number 69, 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
So that's called on Lane Johnson. And Bob Stoops, when we talked to him at OU's facility yesterday, he was so proud of the fact that his team had not had a pre-snap penalty. Different story tonight.
It ended early. It actually ended on the 1st punt of the game where they had a legal procedure.
3rd and 17. Sooners need to go to the 49 for 1st down. Jones steps up over the middle, and Clay drops the football. So
Tough
OU
catch.
will have to send it away.
Tough catch there, Gus. He's running with his momentum going to the sideline. Ball's on his back shoulder, probably a little bit farther behind him than that. Had to turn his body to try and make the catch. Not the normal Landry Jones accuracy on that throw.
So TJ Moe is back deep. Tressway punting from the 19-yard line. This one toward the far side and out of bounds. So let's see where they will spot the football. And Missouri will have it at their own 40. Now this week on FX, the Men of Mayhem are back with an all-new episode of Sons of Anarchy, Tuesday at 10. Thursday, a beauty pageant gets ugly in an all-new way. It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia. Then at 10:30, don't miss an outrageously action-packed episode of Archer. Right here, only FX. 1st down and 10 to the 40-yard line for James Franklin and the Missouri O. 26 seconds to go in the 3rd. Franklin, flat-footed. Franklin takes a sack. Frank Alexander. Now we're going to just have to start calling him the Great.
Look at him, just beats Justin Britt, pushes Jack Miners, number 75, aside on his way back to the quarterback. What a way to end the quarter.
What a start to the season for Frank Alexander. He's been playing some serious football, and that takes us to the end of the 3rd quarter. Oklahoma leading 31-14, the FX College Football Game of the Week will be back after these messages. Landry Jones with time going in the corner. Royals, touchdown OU. Big play here. Landry Jones, touchdown Broyles. Landry Jones throwing a BB, and that's a second touchdown of the night for Ryan Broyles. 28 unanswered points for Oklahoma as you take a look at the scoring by quarters.
Missouri with the early flurry, but since that time, Oklahoma's put it all together.
Mizzou faced with a 2nd down and 16 at their own 34-yard line as we start the 4th quarter. Gus Johnson, Charles Davis, Tim Brewster. FX game of the week. Franklin. And he wanted to pull that one back and throws it out of bounds.
So right now, Brent Venables, defensive coordinator, has told his front guys, just go get the quarterback. I want to play coverage. Because I haven't seen him heat him up in a long time. He's letting the 3 guys go and dropping 8, which helps take away the clock from Missouri and a lot of open holes.
And intentional grounding will be called against Missouri.
3rd down. It's another one where the ball didn't get back to the line of scrimmage, Gus. He was in the pocket, didn't get it that far, no one in the area.
And Venables, he's got electricity in his eyes. When we met with him yesterday, talk about an intense man.
He's like that when he orders breakfast, Gus.
Don't give him coffee. 3rd down and 24. Josie in motion. Franklin, caught by Kemp. But he will not have enough for the 1st down. He gets close to the original line of scrimmage. Jamel Fleming with the tackle after an 11-yard game, and the Tigers will have to punt it away again.
If there's a better open field tackling defense in the country, I want to see who they are. Because that catch was made with a step and unable to get any additional yards. And Brent Venables, after they get off the field, still coaching up Tom Ward.
Barrow, and that one goes into the end zone. 63-yard punt. As Coach Venables still coaching up Tom Ward. Look at him.
They got off the field, and he's upset. You know, where's the bar set at Oklahoma, Gus? That bar set awfully high.
Well, you know, Coach Stoops told us after the Florida State game, a lot of people happy with the performance of this Oklahoma squad. But he said, 2 games, we're not done. We're just getting started. And we were supposed to beat Florida State on the road. Finch in motion. Here's a handoff. Whaley. And Whaley tough running once again. Gus Johnson along with Charles Davis, CD. Oklahoma just throwing it into 5th, maybe 6th. Lamborghini 8-year.
They are redlining it. That's exactly what they're doing. Is they swing the ball out there, and Finch takes the swing pass, gets out of bounds. But I'm going to go back to something you just talked about, Gus. Talk about these expectations and Bob Stoops telling his ball club, we haven't earned anything yet. And the way it works at Oklahoma, the #1 goal, win your conference. They feel if they win their conference, then they have an opportunity to be in the national picture. Their goals work upward, not downward.
And Tim Brewster, the 3rd member of our team. Coach, how do you stop Oklahoma's underneath stuff, the dinking and the dunking that you see they're so effective at?
They've got to have the confidence, Gus, to play press tight man coverage. And you can see this is off and it's soft. There's nothing real tight about what they're doing. That's the only way you can take it away, Gus.
Coach, stay with us because we want to ask you more. Here's Whaley. And Whaley wrapped up and taken down. When you look at the landscape of college football as Oklahoma continues to go down the road, who do you see being able to play that kind of defense against this team?
Well, you know, obviously the Texas football team's going to have a chance. The Red River Shootout's obviously a huge game. There's going to be some teams that have the athletic ability. Texas obviously jumps to mind to me, Gus, that is going to be able to cover these guys.
Second down and 11 at the 31. Whaley remains in the game, running back. Jones, ball caught, Miller, and Dewan Miller stopped by E.J. Gaines.
Gus, going back to that question you asked Coach, and Coach talked about the type of team it's going to take. Looking nationally, LSU is a big man coverage team.
There you go.
That's the type of team that it's going to take because they have the athletes to play it. See, you know, Coach talked about being able to match X's and O's. It sounds good on the board, but if you guys can't do it, Missouri doesn't have the same personnel in order to run with these guys.
First down and 10. Ball at the 44 now for OU. Whaley. And Whaley brought down by Luke Lambert. Ball controlled now by the Sooners, determined to run it at Missouri, eat up the clock. Second and 11 at the 43.
They weren't happy at Florida State again with their short yardage and goal line offense in terms of moving people and creating creases for the running backs to go. Tonight, a lot better in that situation. Second and 11 is not that spot. Ball in Landry Jones' hands again.
Jones, and another first down. Dewan Miller has had a very nice game as he comes up with the catch and keeps the chains moving for this Oklahoma team. And remember when we came in to Norman to talk to Bob Stoops prior to the Tulsa game, he said that Dewan is learning how to be more competitive with his body. What did he mean when he said that?
Yeah, when he said plays competitively to his body, he's 6'4", 217. Use that size to body off the defensive back as he did on the last pass catch. Keep him away from the ball, and you go get it yourself. He almost boxed him out as if it were a basketball game.
Posted and toasted. First down and 10 at the 45. Clay, nice stiff arm, gets around, lowers his shoulder, gets out of bounds. E.J. Gaines there to usher him out of bounds. So let's go back to the beginning of our broadcast. Oklahoma coming into this game after the win against Florida State, taking on a Missouri team that defeated them last year, knocked them out of the #1 spot. OU coming in without one of their stars, Kenny Stills, who had 7 catches, 125 last week against Florida State, but suffered a head injury in that game and was scratched prior to the beginning. And some of these young receivers have had a chance to step up, and they've done so tonight for Landry Jones. Brennan Clay, hesitation, goes down at the 40.
They've gained some confidence as they've gone on. I don't think they have the full confidence of their quarterback yet because they have made a few mistakes along the way. Talk about the young receivers. But overall, as this game has progressed, we've seen Jazz Reynolds acquit himself well. All right, Dewan Miller, you talked about. There's Kenny Stills. The #2 receiver at Oklahoma would be a #1 receiver just about everywhere else in the country and was dynamic against Florida State.
Third down and 5 at the 40. And the Sooners will call timeout. We'll take a break as well. 9:36 to play in the 4th quarter. Oklahoma in complete control. 31-14. What a tradition of great coaches at Oklahoma. Benny Owen and Bud Wilkinson, the greats Barry Switzer. And then there's Bob Stoops, who just signed a new contract, 7 years. Coach Stoops on the sideline. Coach Brewster, what makes Bob Stoops such a special leader for this program?
He is the complete package, Gus. He's an X and O guy. He's a recruiter. He relates extremely well to young people. He just does a great job. His kids do a great job graduating. In all phases, Bob Stoops is doing a heck of a job.
Third down and 5 at the 40-yard line now for the Sooner offense. Brennan Clay in the backfield as Landry Jones looks to the sideline to get the play. And a whistle. Another false start coming against Oklahoma.
False start. Offense, number 89, 5-yard penalty. Still third down.
And speaking of Coach Stoops, they were telling us today that a number of recruits were coming in from other sports, whether it be basketball or tennis, and every kid, the first place they want to go is into Coach Stoops' office.
And he encourages that with the other coaches at Oklahoma. He recruits Oklahoma in total, not just Oklahoma football. And he realizes his place here. He's part of the Mount Rushmore of great coaches at Oklahoma in football, but he's the recognizable guy, the icon. He helps all the other sports.
3rd down and 10. Jones. Incomplete. That ball thrown behind the intended receiver, and that was Jazz Reynolds.
And that's not necessarily a poor throw, Gus. That's really the proper throw, because he knew that Jazz Reynolds was running into traffic with the safety. So you throw it behind him on a back shoulder to keep the safety away from the football and hopefully let your receiver avoid the big hit. So your receivers have to know that in running their routes. Their body control very important there, because the quarterback's not trying to get them hurt.
Tressway. TJ Moe back deep. And the fair catch made at the 11. 9:26 to play, 4th quarter. Missouri coming back on the field. All right, this college football season, Fox Sports is proud to support the Dream Foundation, who are making dreams come true for adults facing life-threatening illnesses. There is no greater time to help those in need than when time is limited. Text DREAM to 41518. That's 41518 to donate $10 and turn dreams into lasting memories. Missouri with the football, 1st down at their own 4-yard line. Our 1st and 10 line is brought to you by Russell Athletic. They fake to Josie Franklin, and he's chopped down by Gabe Lynn, but he gains 4 on the play. Now we're talking about Bob Stoops and what a job he's done at Oklahoma, but how about Gary Pinkel and the incredible turnaround that he spearheaded at Missouri?
Over the last 4 years coming into this season, they won 40 games, 10 per year. He's turned them into a program, not a team that's trying to build. Every year they expect to win that level.
That ball caught over the middle. Egnew finally with the hands. He gets to the 32-yard line.
Take a look at these numbers. 12 wins in 2007. At one point, they got to #1 in the country. Thought they might play for a national championship. Went back-to-back years in 2007, 2008, playing Oklahoma in the Big 12 championship game for the right to play in a BCS Bowl.
Franklin throwing out wide, Kemp with the catch. And when you look at Coach Pinkel's history, you know, he had a chance to mentor under one of the great coaches in the history of college football.
The dog father, Don James, who he played for at Kent State, later coached for at Washington on some of the best teams we've seen in recent college football history, when Gary was running their offense. He's carried over the lessons well to Missouri.
On 2nd down and 4, Henry Josie, unfortunately, left Washington the year before they won the national championship.
Helped set things up, but did well, didn't he?
Certainly did.
Well, these were some good teams, weren't they? Billy Joe Hobart, Mark Brunell, Steve Ettman, loaded.
3rd down 4 at the 37. Far side, ball caught. Nice throw. And it's Egnew, the tight end, who had 90 catches last year. He's projected, make that TJ Moe making the reception.
I love this young man. Love the way that he plays the game. Tremendous football IQ. How about that? Just a terrific hands catch by TJ Moe. Knew where he was on the field to pick up the 1st down.
1st down and 10. Another low snap. Franklin running, and he'll get out of bounds, but that's something they're going to have to fix at Missouri with this offense.
It throws off the timing of the play. Once again, he's playing shortstop. Nice that he can handle it, but there was never a mesh point between he and the running back. He knew where the hole was supposed to be on the backside and got there. Remember, this is Travis Root's first start of the season, back from an Achilles injury. He's got to shake off a little bit of rust himself.
First down and 10 to the 48. Franklin has rushed for 96 yards on 19 carries. Here's the option. Josie with room. Josie down the sideline. Touchdown Tigers. 48 yards.
They always say on big runs, the first 7 yards is the offensive lines, but anything bigger, that means the wide receivers did their job blocking. Look at Marcus Lucas on the corner against Jamel Fleming. The offensive line cleaned up. Fleming did a great job, and he got a nice assist from Justin Britt, the left tackle, getting it done on the corner.
So Josie sprinting down the sideline. He's gone over 100 yards rushing. And just like that, Missouri strikes. 31-21. Last year, #1 Oklahoma faced #11 Missouri. The Tigers were down by 1 point in the fourth quarter when Blaine Gabbert hit Gerald Jackson for 38-yard score. Xavier Gooden's second interception gave the Tigers the ball back. Then James Franklin's 3-yard run sealed Missouri's first victory over Oklahoma since '98. Final score, Missouri 36, Oklahoma 27. Tigers trying to see if the magic still lives. With a new quarterback, by the way, Blaine Gabbert will start this Sunday for Jacksonville against Carolina. And how about the young quarterback for the Carolina Panthers? He's showing that
he's got it.
He's pretty good.
He's got it. You know, that it factor. 422 opening day, 432 second game, rookie versus rookie. But look at that fourth quarter last meeting. That was the beginning of the fourth quarter last year in Columbia, where they were down 21-20 to Oklahoma, scored the first 16 points of the fourth quarter and shut them down. With 6:44 left, they've got to increase the pace.
Roy Finch. And Finch gets to the 33-yard line. Let's check in with Kevin Frazier for a game break.
Gus, Bob Stoops doing well. What about his brother Mike Stoops? Arizona taking on Oregon, and Darren Thomas hooks up with David Polk for the touchdown. 21-3. Tough time for the other Stoops. Gus?
Well, you're absolutely right. Last week, we were joking with Coach Stoops. He didn't have it. He could have, but he decided not to trash talk his brother at Florida State.
No, he doesn't want any of that. He hates competing against his brothers. What did he say? I love when it's over, because now we can actually swap ideas and help coach each other up and have success together. And back in our studio, I hope Marcus is okay. I just heard that it's 14-3 Arizona State. So Kevin's got a little work to do and make sure his partner
keeps it going.
Yes, because I know he's locked in on what's going on in Tempe, Arizona right now.
All right, first down and 10 at the 38. Big possession for Missouri's defense. They need to get off the field as Dominique Whaley drags people with him. Dominique Hamilton with the tackle. And let's see if this OU team can slow it down.
Slow it down and grind out first downs. You know, I know Coach Brewster loves to see them run the football. Here's a great opportunity. Can they run the football enough to keep the clock moving in their favor and keep the ball? Trey Millard now going to the fullback position. Old standard I formation with Whaley behind him and Landry under center.
Landry Jones taking his time, 10 on the play clock. Play fake. Jones looking over the middle, caught. Rattery. And Trent Rattery, the senior from Weatherford, Texas, picks up the first down, a gain of 25.
Now he's a former walk-on, Gus, who earned a scholarship. So Dominique Whaley knows that it's out there if he has a full season as he's played so far. What a great play by Rattery. Born to be a Sooner, thought about going nowhere else to walk on.
First down at the 35. Whaley. Ooh. Andrew Wilson, I told you he has been hitting this season, and just past Dominique Whaley.
Look at him close and go through. When they teach you to tackle, they always tell you to the target, through it, and beyond it. Yeah, to him, through him, beyond him. Textbook by Andrew Wilson.
2nd and 14 at the 39. Jones over the middle. Whaley, high stepping, and he picks up a first down and some. Dominique Whaley gains 23 yards. E.J. Gaines stops him. But what a game tonight for the junior from Lawton, Oklahoma.
What I love is after the catch, how he gets into the alley or straight up field. He gets to what coaches call north and south. No more juke, straight up field, gets what he can out of the run and finishes it off.
And he'll stay in the game. 5 catches, 82 yards for Whaley out of the backfield. Now they hand it to him. He's a workhorse, still running, lowers his shoulder and gets to the 13. This is a tough kid who, by the way, runs 4.4 and has a 40-inch vertical. 2nd and 6 at the 13. Quick strike. Broyles with room. Broyles knocked out of bounds inside the Mizzou 5-yard line by Walker. And just like that, in only a few plays, Oklahoma gets up and down the field, and they're in scoring position once again.
Most important series defensively for Missouri in the half. Less than 4 minutes to go, and Oklahoma goes right down the field, eating clock and eating up yardage.
Whaley in the backfield. And this is his territory.
Play clock under 10.
Jones up top. Touchdown! Woo! What a strike. Broyles, 3rd TD tonight. And he went up and just got it.
Watch the defensive back on this play. Kenrate Walker, number 30. He never gets his head around. As soon as his back's turned, Landry Jones throws it because he knows that only his receiver can adjust on that play. If your back's to the quarterback, they throw it up, let the receiver make the adjustment, and come down with the football. No chance for Kenrate Walker, the defensive back.
So Landry Jones putting together a terrific night after that early interception. Jones finding Broyles 3 times. Extra point good. Landry Jones, 35 of 48, 448 yards, 3 touchdowns. First, it was Dominique Whaley. And then he goes to Mr. Reliable, Ryan Broyles, 38-21 OU. Fox College Football is presented by Russell Athletic, who reminds you that together we are. And brought to you in part by Geico. 15 minutes could save you 15% on car insurance. And by Buick. See real stories of human achievement on the Buick Human Highlight Reel at ncaa.com/Buick. 38-21 OU, the #1 team in the nation, defending their home field against the Missouri team that got off to a terrific start. Landry Jones, Ryan Broyles, rewriting the record books here at Oklahoma.
And what's so impressive is without extra help that Ryan Broyles normally gets, he's still getting it done against a secondary that's geared for him, kicking coverage to him, doubling and tripling him, and 3 receiving touchdowns tonight.
Broyles, 12 catches, 145 yards for those 3 touchdowns. Dominique Whaley has had a wonderful game also, both running and catching it out of the backfield. TJ Moe back deep. He'll bring it out of his own end zone. And TJ Moe crossing the 25 up to the 27. Here's the Sprint Unlimited update.
Take a look at what went down here. Henry Josie getting it done to bring Missouri within 10 points here in the second half. Oklahoma's next drive, though, methodical, and Landry Jones with the payoff to Ryan Broyles to put Oklahoma back in a commanding position.
James Franklin and the Missouri Tigers offense from the 27-yard line. 3:30 to play. Now Franklin under pressure, steps up, and is tracked down from behind. Terrific looking tackle by Casey Walker, the junior from Garland, Texas.
It's an interior defensive tackle, showing the agility and latching onto the quarterback and bringing him down.
2nd and 8. Franklin looking for the option as Josie. And Josie picks up the first down, gets out of bounds. And Josie continuing to do a solid job running the football. Gains 12 there. Our 1st and 10 line is brought to you by Russell Athletic. Looks like Missouri's found their running back.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. So if you're Kendall Lawrence, who I believe they told us might be 2 weeks away from coming back, you're in the training room working even harder to try and get back earlier, because you're seeing your carries go down because Henry Josie has shown that he's capable of carrying the full load.
Franklin, Moe with the catch. He dives forward, and he's close to the first down, depending on the spot as Aaron Colvin stops him.
Think of the receivers they've had in the spot that TJ Moe's playing now. Jeremy Macklin, who went on, was a first-round draft pick playing with the Eagles. Denario Alexander, who went much lower because of knee injuries, but boy, what a great player at Missouri.
Josie outside, and he'll get out of bounds, gaining about 9 yards. Colvin pushing him out of bounds. Here's a kid that started the season 3rd string. He was 3rd on the depth chart.
Well, they're going to have a hard time pushing him out of the #1 spot from here on out.
2nd down and 1 at the 40-yard line. 2 minutes to play in the 4th. Franklin, and he picks up the first down. Travis Lewis. How big is it for this Oklahoma team to get Travis Lewis back this early? Because when the injury took place, they said he could have missed 5 weeks.
And he told them that he was not going to miss Florida State and willed himself to heal. But he's their default mechanism on defense. They look to him for calls. They look to him for guidance. What did Bob Stoops tell us? The whole defense is happy because Dad's back in the lineup.
First down at the 37. Another low snap. Franklin firing, caught. And this is Egnew still running. And he gets the ball close to the Oklahoma 10-yard line as Tony Jefferson brings him down. And Aaron Colvin gets up a little shaky, and he is woozy.
Aaron Colvin's listed at 6 foot, 176 pounds. Michael Egnew, 6'6", 245. Colvin tried to lay a smack on him, but Egnew's big body. See here, it's like basketball. We talked about it earlier. Posted him up and threw him off. See, Colvin gave it a shot, but Egnew is a huge target and was able to get himself braced a little bit and actually absorb the blow quite well.
So Colvin on his feet, but being held up by the trainers. Oklahoma delivering a vicious hit last week at Florida State.
And Kenny Shaw, the wide receiver, a double shot. Wasn't malicious, wasn't dirty, both of them going for the ball, but a big, big hit. And here's another one. Colvin trying to get the hit, and Egnew able to kind of really forearmed him with the back from the backside to knock him out of the way. They'll get good medical attention on the sideline and try and be ready to go for the next one.
First down and 10 at the 13. Jarrett Culver checks in the backfield for Mizzou. In the end zone. Incomplete. TJ Moe, the intended receiver.
Incomplete. Intended for TJ Moe.
Out of all the things I'm impressed about with James Franklin, Gus, that we've seen tonight, his ability to stay unruffled with as many low snaps as he's had to deal with tonight has been phenomenal, because there's still not that super rush, because a lot of times if a snap is off, you'll see a quarterback go into panic mode and go faster than he should. He still stays in rhythm.
Second and 10 at the 13. Franklin runs it with space. Oh, look at Franklin running over people. That time it was Javon Harris.
72-yard line, 10-5, Javon Harris.
James Franklin showing his toughness.
And this is what coaches talk about when they're saying finishing a run. Able to finish it going forward, not knocked backwards, and Javon Harris is a good tackler.
52 seconds left. Franklin again wants to run. Franklin dives. Does he get in?
Franklin on the carry.
And he will not get in.
Corey Nelson.
Corey Nelson stopping him.
First drive of the half. 30 seconds.
30-second timeout called. 38-21 the score, Oklahoma.
And as Missouri goes forward now, as we look at James Franklin, 102 yards, 24 carries, I know the coaching staff does not want to run him as they did with Brad Smith, where Brad Smith was averaging about 25, 27 carries a game his senior year. But he is their best offense. He's going to have to carry that kind of a load. I know they don't want to, but with what he gives them, they're going to have to as they go ahead and get ready now after tonight for Kansas State on October the 8th.
And you have to credit Missouri, because coming into this game, Oklahoma favored by 19 points. Right now, the Tigers with the chance to score. Second and goal at the 1. Quarterback sneak. Touchdown, Missouri. With 34 seconds remaining.
Franklin on the keeper. It's a Missouri touchdown.
They always tell you, in the offensive line, you want the defensive line to end up in the end zone if you're doing a good job blocking. And that's precisely what they did. They got their own bodies into the end zone, pushing the defensive line of Oklahoma back. Franklin's second quarterback sneak touchdown of the evening. Kind of bookended it, didn't he, partner?
Certainly did.
First one of the game.
Is good. 10-point game with 32 seconds left. James Franklin has a tremendous upside as a sophomore starting quarterback, playing in only his 4th game.
Just his manner, his demeanor. At one point, the coaching staff at Missouri was questioning whether he was too nice to actually be the quarterback. Just a tremendous kid. You know, I read an article about him getting birthday wishes on Facebook, answered every one of them. You know, but as you pointed out to start this game, Gus, this is an Oklahoma kid in a lot of ways that ended up in Missouri. Dad played here. All right, so he was raised in it, wanted to be a quarterback here. They told him, no, you'd be an athlete, so he looked elsewhere. But when you've named, when you're in a family like that and your dog is named Sooner, well, guess what? You think you're going to be an OU guy.
Hey, take a look at this, folks. Look at poor Sooner. Look at that face. He's wearing a Missouri jersey.
What do you think? What do you think the dog's thinking right there?
Well, how are you going to put me in a Missouri jersey and my name is Sooner? He got me confused.
Even Sooner knew that wasn't right.
So Mizzou sends it away. Roy Finch. And Finch looking for a hole, and he'll crawl forward, cross 25. With 27 seconds remaining, Oklahoma with a 38-28 lead. Bob Stoops will bring his offense on the field, and this game virtually over. The Sooners will remain undefeated, but how about this guy? How about his night against Tulsa when we've been here? 131 yards rushing, 4 TDs. Tonight, 150 total yards at TD. And he knows where he is in his career right now. He knows his standing. We'll show you something clever. Look what Dominique Whaley wears. How about that?
Look at that on his tape, on his wrist. As you said, he understands, and you talked about that motivation. He writes it on the tape on his wrist. I'm a walk-on, but I've got plenty to prove, and he's doing it quite well.
The final score, 38-28. Oklahoma remains undefeated, and Missouri falls to 2-2. OU off to a good start in conference play. Ryan Broyles' big night, 12 catches, 145 yards, 3 touchdowns. Landry Jones, terrific as well, 35 of 48, 448 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions.
I think James Franklin is the story for Missouri. They said the offense runs through him. He now is their offense. Everything else becomes a complementary deal. Henry Josey cemented that he is the #1 running back there, no matter when the other guys get back. I think Missouri has a bright future going forward with this quarterback, and I love the fight and grit that they showed. But Oklahoma proved once again why they've been voted the #1 team in the country. They survived the early flurry.
So Henry Josey, 14 carries, 133 yards, and a touchdown. Next Saturday on the FX Game of the Week will be in Ames, Iowa, where the number 18 Texas Longhorns will take on the Iowa State Cyclones. Both those teams off this week, both those teams undefeated. Coming up next after a commercial break on the East Coast, it's the League. On the West Coast, the Incredible Hulk. Missouri came out punching quickly, but Oklahoma responding, and the Sooners defend their home field. For Charles Davis, Tim Brewster, and our entire crew, I'm Gus Johnson saying so long from Norman, Oklahoma. OU keeps on rolling.